All right, we're gonna call to order. Sorry, did I start you there, Councillor? Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. So, good afternoon. I would like to welcome all members and guests to the May 26th, 2026 Council meeting. Our meetings are web streamed and televised. Please ensure that your phones are on silent mode. For those attending virtually, please mute yourself when not speaking. When called upon to speak, please turn your camera off and unmute yourself. Staff in attendance, please use the Microsoft Teams raise hand feature to be called upon and remove it after speaking. With that, I call the May 26th, 2026 Council meeting to order. All members of Council are present with the exception of Mayor Martin. Before we get into the regular business, I just want to welcome everybody today. I'm glad to see you all. I understand that there are many people here to show their interest in the discussion on St. William's Community Centre. I just want to remind everybody that we're going to be courteous and to not distract from the meeting of Council as it conducts its business. Any interruptions, no matter how emotional the topic might be, cannot be permitted. So, okay, sorry, I'll say it again. Welcome everybody. I understand that there are many of you who are here today to show your interest in the discussions on St. William's Community Centre. I just want to remind everyone to be courteous and to not distract from the meeting of Council as it conducts its business. Any interruptions, no matter how emotional the topic might be, cannot be permitted. So, with that, I'm going to go to our Indigenous acknowledgement and ceremonial activities. The municipality of Norfolk County is committed to furthering truth and reconciliation in our communities. We recognize the historical and current contributions of Indigenous peoples throughout Canada, and particularly in Norfolk County, that have added to the rich cultural and social fabric that exists here today. We will strive to continually strengthen and develop the spirit of respect, cooperation, and collaboration to the mutual benefit of Norfolk County residents. There are two proposed changes and additions to the agenda today. One is to add an early closed session regarding an update on the ongoing litigation matter regarding Warren Cummings. And two, Councillor Michelli has indicated he would like to propose an amendment to the agenda to move item 14, which is his request for reconsideration, to a position following consent items and prior to deputations. Under the procedural bylaw, these amendments require a 2/3 majority vote of members present and voting. So, may I have a seconder for the amendment? Councillor Columbus. Any debate or discussion? Seeing none, then may I have a motion to amend the agenda as presented? It requires a 2/3 majority, so we're looking for 6. Okay, it's so amended. Are there any declarations of pecuniary? Oh, sorry. May I have a motion to approve the agenda as amended? Councillor Van Adrici, seconded by Councillor Brunton. All those in favor? And that is also carried. Okay, are there any declarations of pecuniary interest today? Councillor Duthie.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and through you, I would declare on item 10.2, which is the CIC minute, specifically section 8.4.2, as it relates to photography and video recordings discussion. I would ask that that be separated from the minutes for the purpose of voting to approve those minutes. And also on today's agenda, 12.2.1, which is the same topic, photography and video recordings. Doing so as my employer is a media outlet.
Very good, thank you. Any other declarations? Okay, we have one early closed session item today. Can I have a mover for the following motion? That Council enter closed session at 1:04 p.m. to discuss items pursuant to section 239(2)(e) of the Municipal Act 2001 as amended, as the subject matter pertains to E, litigation or potential litigation, including matters before administrative tribunals affecting the municipality or local board. Councillor Huffman, seconded by Councillor Duthie. All those in favor? Okay, that is carried. We'll be back soon.
Hi, I'm Marissa with Norfolk County. As you've probably heard, we're making some exciting changes to waste collection in our community, and we want to ensure you have everything you need to know. Starting this August and September, every residential household in Norfolk County will receive 2 new waste carts along with a small kitchen container right at your home. For reference, I'm 5'6", and this is what the carts look like in comparison to me. First, we have a 240-liter garbage cart. That's enough space for 3 to 4 bags of garbage. And a second 120-liter green cart for your organic waste. And inside you will find the kitchen container to make sorting easy. Garbage will be collected every other week and organics will be collected weekly. Collection on the new carts begins September 28, 2026. We know every household is different. If the standard 240-liter garbage cart is more than you need, you have the option to downsize to a smaller 120-liter cart, which holds 1 to 2 garbage bags. If you'd like to request a smaller cart, simply visit norfolkcounty.ca/waste changes to submit your preference. If the standard size works for you, you don't need to do anything at all. Your carts will arrive automatically ahead of collection day. This information is for residential homes. If you're a commercial property, a residential farm, or just want more details about the program, visit norfolkcounty.ca/waste changes.
Hey Norfolk County, I'm Chris, and I'm here to take you behind the scenes to show you how Norfolk County manages stormwater in our towns and communities. Stormwater isn't just rain or melted snow. It's any excess water that runs off hard surfaces like roads, driveways, and rooftops. But where does that water go? And why is managing it important? Norfolk's stormwater systems include pipes, ditches, catch basins, and ponds that work together to manage this runoff. Stormwater systems like ponds slow the flow and allow dirt and pollutants to settle and release cleaner water into the environment. Without proper management, stormwater can flood basements, damage roads, and carry contaminants like oil, garbage, and salt into our rivers and lakes. That's why Norfolk County created a dedicated stormwater team in 2024 to better understand and maintain what we already have while planning for the future. This stormwater pond in Port Dover helps to reduce flooding and improve water quality. Over time, sediment and pollutants build up within storm ponds, limiting their ability to hold water. This creates an ideal environment for algae and invasive plants like Phragmites to flourish. This fast-growing species can block out the flow of water and crowd out native vegetation, reducing the habitat that local wildlife depends on. To restore this pond, we're removing the excess sediment and transporting it to a licensed site. We're also clearing invasive plants, reshaping the pond's banks, and upgrading the outlet that controls the flow of water. This work will improve water quality, allow the pond to hold more water, reduce flooding risks, and provide a healthier habitat for plants and wildlife. Stormwater management isn't just about what you see on the surface. It's also about the infrastructure underground. We use special tools to locate, map, and inspect the pipes and infrastructure that connect the ponds to the wider stormwater system. This helps us to understand how water moves through our communities and identify issues that need our attention. It's likely that you or someone that you know has been impacted by flooding, erosion, or drainage issues. All of that connects back to stormwater. Stormwater management isn't just about pipes and ponds. It's about protecting the communities and the nature that surrounds us. As Norfolk County grows, so does our responsibility to manage stormwater, and that's our job. With smart planning, hard work, and community support, we're building a cleaner, safer, and more resilient future together.
Welcome to Norfolk County, where land meets lake and opportunity grows deep and wide. Located on the north shore of Lake Erie, in the heart of southwestern Ontario, Norfolk spans 1,600 square kilometers, making us one of Ontario's largest single-tier municipalities. Our roots run deep in agriculture, food production, and advanced manufacturing, industries that shaped our past and are powering Ontario's future economy. Home to over 70,000, we are bold, diverse, and fiercely local. From Port Dover to Long Point, our folks are putting down roots, sometimes in sand, sometimes in soil, but always in a place they're proud to call home. Big land, big vision, unmatched potential. That's Norfolk.
Hey Norfolk County.
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 My name is Bowden Winicki.
My name is Lindsay Kalyakoski.
My name is Alex Ryan. I work as a park student.
I work as an economic development coordinator.
I work on the roads department in Delhi.
I work as a supervisor for waste management.
I work as a committee coordinator in the clerk's department.
Okay, what's the first question? What I love about my job is the people.
All right, what do I love about my job?
It's really the community. No day is the same.
It is because I get to work with a bunch of great guys.
It directly impacts really positively the residents of Norfolk County.
I love the people that I get a chance to work with.
Every day is different. The mix of things is what makes me happy and keeps me going.
First and foremost, the community. The people of this community are so welcoming.
Is the amazing team I get to work with every day here at Norfolk County.
Opportunity to help people, to help my community.
One of the things I love the most about my job is my team. I love who I work with and what I do while I'm here.
I get to work on projects and in programs that support our community, that help make lives better for the people who live here, who work here, and who come here to visit.
Every day you feel like you've accomplished something on the way home, and you're working with a bunch of great people who are equally as committed to the community and serving our communities.
The pace here is very good and great work-life balance.
They put wellness on the forefront, so I'm part of the Apple Committee, and there's lots of opportunity at Norfolk County.
Flexible work hours, great work-life balance, great staff, great friends, and of course, what's not to love about Norfolk County? We're Ontario's garden.
I love helping people. I love helping residents. And that's what makes Norfolk County a great place to come to work.
I chose to work for Norfolk County because I grew up in Delhi, so it's close to home, and I've enjoyed working for my community and my friends and family.
Definitely 100% the people. There are lots of community champions and everyone's been so kind and welcoming.
Because I was born and raised here and I wanted to help give back to my community.
I love giving back to a community that I grew up in. I love my team and I love that I can leave a legacy here in the communities.
When I had the opportunity to come home and serve the public, I jumped at that opportunity.
I started my career as an area planner for this place. It's interesting that at the end of my career, this opportunity came up to come back and make Norfolk a better place. Is being able to live and work in the community that we're a part of.
I did choose to work for Norfolk because I'm an engineer by trade and I like to solve problems.
And realized how rewarding it was to be able to contribute to initiatives within the area that I've always called home. I love it here. You should consider joining the public sector, joining the municipality, because it's so diverse. There's something for everyone. Local government is the closest to the people. We get to work with our residents day in and day out, and there is something for you in every department for Norfolk.
Hey, Norfolk County. Do you know how your property taxes are spent? Let's take a look together. First, we need to start with Norfolk County's budget. Every year, staff and council confirm the funds required to be collected from the property taxes paid by you and 35,000 other Norfolk County taxpayers. These funds contribute to Norfolk County's levy and capital budgets, which lay out how your tax dollars are used. The capital budget is also funded by the rate budget, the funds paid by residents known as ratepayers for water and wastewater services through their monthly water bill. The levy budget is used to deliver programs and services for residents ranging from emergency services like fire and EMS, waste services like garbage collection, recreation services like arenas, trails, and parks, maintenance services like snow removal and road repair, and human services like homelessness prevention and health education programs. Our levy budget also supports our libraries and museums, administrative services for council, and the many staff who keep Norfolk County operating. Services like recreation programs for children, adults, and seniors, and our Ride Norfolk transit program are also paid for with property taxes and supplemented by user fees. And across Ontario, a portion of each resident's property tax bill goes to our local school boards. About a third of the property taxes collected are allocated to the capital budget or reserves for future capital spending, which includes other funding sources like the federal and provincial government, reserve funds, grants, debt, and development charges, as well as funds from the rate budget. Together, the capital budget goes toward longer-term projects, such as our investments in water and wastewater facilities, as well as building and renewing our parks, roadways, pools, arenas, and other things we use every day. So the next time you hear someone ask, where are my property taxes going, you can tell them to look down, look up, and look forward. Your tax dollars are at work all around you every day. When you visit your local park with your family, drive to work on cleared roads, register for swimming lessons, get rid of that old couch you've outgrown, or contact Service Norfolk about that pothole on your street that needs to be fixed. Your tax dollars are also being invested in initiatives to improve the lives of Norfolk County residents in the years to come to make Norfolk County a better place for future generations. While Norfolk County's budget is prepared once a year, your feedback helps us make decisions and plan for the future. We are committed to listening to you so that our budget reflects what is important to our community. Learn more about Norfolk County's budget at norfolkcounty.ca/budget.
Today we're announcing an exciting partnership with Scotland and Norfolk County Economic Development, and we're transforming transport trailers into mobile ambassadors. We're showcasing Norfolk's story of opportunity, excellence, and quality of life across all of North America, and Scotland is the ideal partner with an amazing logistics network and will help us share our story all across North America.
Hi, I'm Jacob, and I'm here to take you behind the scenes on a capital project in Norfolk County. We begin planning capital projects by analyzing our infrastructure needs related to roads, water mains, storm and sanitary sewers, as well as bridges. We assess their overall condition, age, and servicing requirements. This provides a solid foundation to ensure Norfolk has the hard infrastructure for current and future needs. Once a project is determined and approved by Council, we retain an engineer to complete the design. During this stage, we engage the public through public information centers or postings on the county website to inform them of the upcoming project and provide an opportunity to share feedback. After the design is completed and all approvals are in place, we hire a contractor through a public bidding process. During the construction phase, we track progress, budget, and continue to engage with the public. We also work with other departments to ensure the overall success of the project. Once complete, we report and track any warranty issues for 2 years. We measure a project's success by its ability to enhance infrastructure and positively impact residents. As a Norfolk County employee, I enjoy building the community that has given me so much. Thank you for taking the time to join me on this behind-the-scenes tour.
Deputations are a way for you and all residents of Norfolk County to speak before Council about relevant matters in our community. To begin, search www.norfolkcounty.ca. Then select the Government tab. Under the Government tab, select Provide Deputation/Speak at a Council or Committee Meeting. This page provides general information regarding deputations. Under the subheading Register to Speak, click the Public Hearing/Deputation Form link to pre-register your deputation. Notice of Collection. By checking the Notice of Collection box, you are agreeing to the above statement. Selecting the type of meeting you want. There are several types of meetings that allow deputations. Please listen closely as we explain each option. Council meeting. Council deputations must pertain to a matter listed on the upcoming meeting agenda. For the remaining meeting choices, you may present a deputation if the topic pertains to the committee you are presenting to. Once you select the type of meeting you want to deliver your deputation, you can complete the rest of the document. Now choose whether you will attend the meeting in person or virtually. Finally, select if you will be providing materials during your deputation. If you have materials for distribution during the council meeting, please bring 15 hard copies for council and staff. Now click Next to move to Step 2. In Step 2, please fill out your personal information. Once your personal information is completed, click Next. Lastly, review your information and select Next to submit your form. You have now completed the deputation request form. You will receive a confirmation email from the Clerk's Department that they've received your request. Next, we will talk about what to do on the day of your deputation.
So, you've received your approval and the day of your deputation is upon you. For starters, Council is located here, at 50 Colburn Street. Now there's two entrances you can use when you arrive. One is here, located off Colburn, and one located off Talbot Street. When you arrive, you'll have three main options to park. The first is to park at the Simcoe Town Center Mall, which is where Food Basics is located. Your second option is 2-hour street parking on Court Street. And your third option is 2-hour street parking on Lott Street. If you can't find any parking at any of those three options, don't worry. Downtown Simcoe has plenty of street parking in all of the surrounding areas. If you enter through the Colburn Street doors, you'll have to make your way through the building to get to Council Chambers. But don't worry, if you require any assistance, you can feel free to ask Service Norfolk at the front desk. Make your way along this path and you'll end up in the main lobby. To your left, there'll be an elevator. You can either ring the bell or go ask the people at the front desk for assistance. If you don't need to use the elevator, you can head on up the green staircase and go up to Council Chambers. If you enter through the Talbot Street doors, the elevator will be immediately in front of you, or the green staircase will be ready for you to go up and deliver your presentation. Once you reach the top of the stairs, you'll have made it to Council Chambers. Feel free to take a seat here or here and wait for Council to call your name when it's time to present. When Council calls your name, make your way to the podium and ensure that you don't walk between the railing and the chairs on your way there. When you arrive at the podium, adjust it to your desired height using the arrow buttons and turn the microphone on using the button on the right. If you're giving your deputation in front of Council, begin by saying, "Through the Mayor." If you're giving it in front of a committee, begin by saying, "Through the Chair." Then, clearly state your name and address, and you'll have 5 minutes to give your presentation. Upon having 1 minute remaining, the Chair will give you notice. When you're finished your presentation, Council may have questions for you. Ensure that you always begin your answer by saying, "Through the Mayor," or "Through the Chair to Councillor," and their last name. If you can't answer the question, that's okay. Inform Council that you'll gather more information and get back to them. After that, Council will have heard out what you've had to say, and they'll take appropriate action as they deem necessary. And now, you've finished your deputation. You can either have a seat and watch the rest of the meeting, or you can leave through the door that you came in and ensure that you leave as quietly as possible.
Hey Norfolk County, my name is Anna and I'm here to share some water safety tips to keep you and your family safe around the water. Knowing how to swim is a life skill and an essential part of staying safe and having fun. Swimming lessons are the best way to learn essential swim survival skills to recover from a fall into deep water. Think you're too old for lessons? There are programs designed for teens and adults as well. With so many lakes and rivers, Canadians of all ages are avid boaters. Always wear a life jacket, it could save your life. Never swim alone, regardless of age and skill level. Always swim with a buddy. A buddy can throw you a buoyant aid if you get into trouble. When possible, wade into unknown waters to prevent injury. Backyard pools are a great place to make family memories. But remember, if you are not within arm's reach of your child in and around the water, then you've gone too far. Drowning can occur in as little as 10 seconds and it is silent. Every drowning death is preventable. Take time to educate yourself and those around you to ensure you're staying safe and having fun around the water. For more information, visit norfolkcounty.ca/watersafety.
We all have the right to feel safe at work, when spending time with friends and family, when participating in activities or attending a public meeting or event. Norfolk County is committed to ensuring our spaces and workplaces are safe. Our Respect and Responsibility policy outlines the code of conduct for employees, patrons, contractors, volunteers, coaches, and spectators. This code of conduct also applies to phone calls, emails, and virtual and social media platforms. We all play a part in fostering a respectful and safe environment. Inappropriate behaviors such as swearing, name-calling, verbal and physical threats, physical violence, harassment, and vandalism will not be tolerated. Staff have the right to take action when incidents occur. This may include denying service, asking individuals to leave, contacting the police, or, if necessary, suspending them from county programs and facilities. Those responsible for damaging county property will be required to cover the cost of repairs, fees, and lost revenues. We are committed to providing high-quality customer service and a safe and respectful environment for all. For more information about our Respect and Responsibility policy, visit norfolkcounty.ca/RNR.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and I'm excited to take you behind the scenes to meet Norfolk County's aquatics team in action.
I think the people are what make the job. I think working with the people that I do, we're a great team. We work really well together. That makes a positive work environment. That makes a positive work for the public as well. They see that we work well together, and I think that benefits them as well.
I still love coming here every day. It's an exciting job. It's always different. You're always doing new things.
Being part of our team offers staff the opportunity to develop essential skills in lifeguarding, teaching swimming lessons, customer service, first aid, and of course, teamwork.
I think swimming in general is a really great skill to have from a very young age, so being a part of children learning how to swim is super important to me.
It's a really rewarding process to see them go from not the greatest swimmer to a better or great swimmer. It's a really good stepping stone to what I want to do in the future.
It's just a nice variety, and everybody brings something different and special to the team.
Our aquatics team is dedicated to educating the community on water safety and drowning prevention.
You might be a quiet student coming in, and this job is really going to push you to find your voice and be like an impactful member of a team.
I love that it's different every day, and you get to meet new people every day and see some of the same faces every day as well. But my job is different every single day. I don't do the same, so it's amazing.
As a proud Norfolk County employee, I'm honored to be part of a team delivering life-saving skills to our community. Thank you for joining me on this behind-the-scenes tour. I hope this video gives you a glimpse of what it's like to be part of our aquatics team. If you're interested in taking advanced leadership courses to become a lifeguard and instructor, visit norfolkcounty.ca.
Hey Norfolk County! Whether you're a longtime resident, new to the area, or simply visiting, do you know about the many services provided by Norfolk County? As a single-tier municipality, we provide services that our community uses every day, including water and fire protection, curbside garbage and recycling, road and sidewalk maintenance, and so much more. We also provide services needed at unique times in life, such as a marriage or business license, or a dog tag for your new companion. And the unique geographic features in Norfolk County, from farmland and forests to lakes and wetlands, means we also provide specialized services ranging from drainage applications to tree inspections. Wondering how to contact Norfolk County? Start with Service Norfolk. Our friendly team of agents is here to help. Reach us by phone at 519-426-5870 or 226 Norfolk from 8:30 to 4:30 Monday to Friday. Calling about an issue after hours? No problem. We have you covered. Prefer online? Email askus@norfolkcounty.ca anytime, or use our customer service portal at service.norfolkcounty.ca and get a reply right to your email inbox. Want to visit us in person? Come to one of our friendly customer service counters in Simcoe, Monday to Friday, or Delhi, Tuesday to Thursday. Service Norfolk, connecting you to Norfolk County services.
Meet Captain Clean, the toilet paper superhero, here to protect Norfolk County's pipes and keep everything flowing smoothly. Remember, only flush the 3 Ps: pee, poop, and toilet paper. Flushing anything else can cause big trouble. Things like wipes, hair, or grease can create sewer blockages. These blockages restrict flow, combine with other debris, and cause costly damage, overflow, and even water pollution. By sticking to the 3 Ps, you can help prevent clogs, reduce repair costs, and keep our water clean. For items you can't flush, proper disposal is key. Throw regular waste in the garbage. Do not believe claims on packaging that products are flushable. Take it from Captain Clean, they are not. Household hazardous waste can be dropped off at Norfolk's temporary depots during spring and fall. For things like medication and sharps disposal, take them to your local pharmacy or the health unit. And remember, grease belongs in the trash, but let it cool and store it first. Don't pour it down the drain. Be a flushing hero like Captain Clean. Together we can protect our pipes, our homes, and the environment. Remember, only flush the 3 Ps. Norfolk County is counting on you.
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm here to take you behind the scenes for a quick look at what we do at Norfolk County's water treatment facility. Here in Port Rowan, the water treatment process starts by pumping water from Lake Erie up into the water treatment facility. Back in the treatment facility, I inspect large clarification tanks where the lake water enters the plant. Here we add coagulant, a chemical that attracts dirt particles together. These form into larger particles called flock, which eventually sinks and is sent to waste. Next, the water enters the filtration system where any remaining dirt particles are trapped by the filters. The water is then chlorinated and sent into a 113 cubic meter underground storage chamber. The water is then taken to the granular activated carbon filters that work like supersized 10,000 pound Brita filters to remove taste and odor. The final step is disinfection, which includes UV and a final dose of chlorine, ensuring safe, potable drinking water. Water testing is an important part of the job. Throughout the day, we take water samples at different stages of the process, up to 9 tests depending on the treatment facility. As a Norfolk resident myself, I am proud to serve the community I live in. Thanks for joining me in this behind the scenes tour.
Hey Norfolk County, did you know that Ride Norfolk is now on demand? This means you can schedule Norfolk's public transit service to pick you up for appointments, shopping, school, or work. Ride Norfolk has partnered with Blaze Transit to offer on-demand pickups at all 95 stops across Norfolk, including this one. I booked my trip earlier today and my bus is here right on time. Since there are no fixed local schedules, you can easily book Ride Norfolk over the phone, online, or on the Blaze Transit app from your smartphone. Thanks, Charlie.
You're welcome.
Ride Norfolk's customer service team can help answer any questions you may have, get you started with the app, or book your next ride. By moving to on-demand, Ride Norfolk is helping more residents get where they need to go. To learn more, visit norfolkcounty.ca/transit.
Hi, I'm Marissa, and I'm here to take you behind the scenes for a quick look at what we do at Norfolk County's waste and recycling operations. Here at the transfer station in Simcoe, residents can bring a variety of waste materials for disposal. Norfolk operates 2 transfer stations, welcoming about 27,000 customers every year, and accepts material ranging from bulky items, wood, metal, and yard waste. Norfolk also provides curbside waste programs. Recycling from your home arrives at this facility where it is manually sorted by the type of material. You can see why it's important to separate materials into the correct bin, rinse recyclables, and remove items from bags. This facility processes 4,600 metric tons per year. That's equal to about 20 tons per day. Once items are sorted by material type, they are baled and ready to be shipped across North America to be made into new material. About 8 to 10% of the material that arrives here shouldn't have been put in the recycling bin. Residents can use our Recycle Coach app to confirm if an item can be recycled. After seeing how waste is handled, I hope this video helps show why rinsing and sorting your recyclables are important steps in the recycling process. As a Norfolk County employee, I am proud to serve the community I was raised in. Thanks for joining me on this behind-the-scenes tour.
This summer, discover the hidden gem of Norfolk County, Ontario's Garden. Stroll through historic villages where time seems to slow down. Feel the sand between your toes on our pristine Lake Erie beaches. From live theater that captivates to trails that wind through breathtaking landscapes, adventure and relaxation await at every turn. Meet the farmers who grow your dinner and taste wine and beer crafted right here. Experience Norfolk County this summer, where small-town charm meets farm-fresh flavor. Ontario's Garden. It's time you came home to it.
Hi, I'm Marissa with Norfolk County. As you've probably heard, we're making some exciting changes to waste collection in our community, and we want to ensure you have everything you need to know. Starting this August and September, every residential household in Norfolk County will receive 2 new waste carts along with a small kitchen container right at your home. For reference, I'm 5'6", and this is what the carts look like in comparison to me. First, we have a 240-liter garbage cart. That's enough space for 3 to 4 bags of garbage. And a second 120-liter green cart for your organic waste, and inside you will find the kitchen container to make sorting easy. Garbage will be collected every other week, and organics will be collected weekly. Collection on the new carts begins September 28, 2026. We know every household is different. If the standard 240-liter garbage cart is more than you need, you have the option to downsize to a smaller 120-liter cart, which holds 1 to 2 garbage bags. If you'd like to request a smaller cart, simply visit norfolkcounty.ca/waste changes to submit your preference. If the standard size works for you, you don't need to do anything at all. Your carts will arrive automatically ahead of collection day. This information is for residential homes. If you're a commercial property, a residential farm, or just want more details about the program, visit norfolkcounty.ca/waste changes.
Hey Norfolk County, I'm Chris, and I'm here to take you behind the scenes to show you how Norfolk County manages stormwater in our towns and communities. Stormwater isn't just rain or melted snow. It's any excess water that runs off hard surfaces like roads, driveways, and rooftops. But where does that water go? And why is managing it important? Norfolk's stormwater systems include pipes, ditches, catch basins, and ponds that work together to manage this runoff. Stormwater systems like ponds slow the flow and allow dirt and pollutants to settle and release cleaner water into the environment. Without proper management, stormwater can flood basements, damage roads, and carry contaminants like oil, garbage, and salt into our rivers and lakes. That's why Norfolk County created a dedicated stormwater team in 2024 to better understand and maintain what we already have while planning for the future. This stormwater pond in Port Dover helps to reduce flooding and improve water quality. Over time, sediment and pollutants build up within storm ponds, limiting their ability to hold water. This creates an ideal environment for algae and invasive plants like Phragmites to flourish. This fast-growing species can block out the flow of water and crowd out native vegetation, reducing the habitat that local wildlife depends on. To restore this pond, we're removing the excess sediment and transporting it to a licensed site. We're also clearing invasive plants, reshaping the pond's banks, and upgrading the outlet that controls the flow of water. This work will improve water quality, allow the pond to hold more water, reduce flooding risks, and provide a healthier habitat for plants and wildlife. Stormwater management isn't just about what you see on the surface. It's also about the infrastructure underground. We use special tools to locate, map, and inspect the pipes and infrastructure that connect the ponds to the wider stormwater system. This helps us to understand how water moves through our communities and identify issues that need our attention. It's likely that you or someone that you know has been impacted by flooding, erosion, or drainage issues. All of that connects back to stormwater. Stormwater management isn't just about pipes and ponds. It's about protecting the communities and the nature that surrounds us. As Norfolk County grows, so does our responsibility to manage stormwater, and that's our job. With smart planning, hard work, and community support, we're building a cleaner, safer, and more resilient future together.
Welcome to Norfolk County, where land meets lake and opportunity grows deep and wide. Located on the north shore of Lake Erie, in the heart of southwestern Ontario, Norfolk spans 1,600 square kilometers, making us one of Ontario's largest single-tier municipalities. Our roots run deep in agriculture, food production, and advanced manufacturing, industries that shaped our past and are powering Ontario's future economy. Home to over 70,000, we are bold, diverse, and fiercely local. From Port Dover to Long Point, our folks are putting down roots, sometimes in sand, sometimes in soil, but always in a place they're proud to call home. Big land, big vision, unmatched potential. That's Norfolk.
Hey Norfolk County.
Hey Norfolk County.
Hey Norfolk County. Hey Norfolk County.
Hey Norfolk County.
Hey Norfolk County.
My name is Bowden Winicki.
My name is Lindsay Kaliokoski.
My name is Alex Ryan. I work as a park student.
I work as an economic development coordinator.
I work on the roads department in Delhi.
I work as a supervisor for waste management.
I work as a committee coordinator in the clerk's department.
Okay, what's the first question?
What I love about my job is the people.
All right, what do I love about my job?
It's really the community. No day is the same.
It is because I get to work with a bunch of great guys.
It directly impacts really positively the residents of Norfolk County.
I love the people that I get a chance to work with.
Every day is different. The mix of things is what makes me happy and keeps me going.
First and foremost, the community. The people of this community are so welcoming.
Is the amazing team I get to work with every day here at Norfolk County.
Opportunity to help people, to help my community.
One of the things I love the most about my job is my team. I love who I work with and what I do while I'm here.
I get to work on projects and in programs that support our community, that help make lives better for the people who live here, who work here, and who come here to visit.
Every day you feel like you've accomplished something on the way home, and you're working with a bunch of great people who are equally as committed to the community and serving our communities.
The pace here is very good and great work-life balance.
They put wellness on the forefront, so I'm part of the Apple Committee, and there's lots of opportunity at Norfolk County.
Flexible work hours, great work-life balance, great staff, great friends, and of course, what's not to love about Norfolk County? We're Ontario's garden.
I love helping people, I love helping residents, and that's what makes Norfolk County a great place to come to work.
I chose to work for Norfolk County because I grew up in Delhi, so it's close to home, and I've enjoyed working for my community and my friends and family.
Definitely 100% the people. There are lots of community champions and everyone's been so kind and welcoming.
Because I was born and raised here and I wanted to help give back to my community.
I love giving back to a community that I grew up in. I love my team and I love that I can leave a legacy here in the community.
When I had the opportunity to come home and serve the public, I jumped at that opportunity.
I started my career as an area planner for this place. It's interesting that at the end of my career, this opportunity came up to come back and make Norfolk a better place.
Is being able to live and work in the community that we're a part of.
I did choose to work for Norfolk because I'm an engineer by trade and I like to solve problems.
And realized how rewarding it was to be able to contribute to initiatives within the area that I've always called home. I love it here. You should consider joining the public sector, joining the municipality, because it's so diverse. There's something for everyone. Local government is the closest to the people. We get to work with our residents day in and day out, and there is something for you in every department for Norfolk.
Hey, Norfolk County. Do you know how your property taxes are spent? Let's take a look together. First, we need to start with Norfolk County's budget. Every year, staff and council confirm the funds required to be collected from the property taxes paid by you and 35,000 other Norfolk County taxpayers. These funds contribute to Norfolk County's levy and capital budgets, which lay out how your tax dollars are used. The capital budget is also funded by the rate budget, the funds paid by residents known as ratepayers for water and wastewater services through their monthly water bill. The levy budget is used to deliver programs and services for residents ranging from emergency services like fire and EMS, waste services like garbage collection, recreation services like arenas, trails, and parks, maintenance services like snow removal and road repair, and human services like homelessness prevention and health education programs. Our levy budget also supports our libraries and museums, administrative services for council, and the many staff who keep Norfolk County operating. Services like recreation programs for children, adults, and seniors, and our Ride Norfolk transit program are also paid for with property taxes and supplemented by user fees. And across Ontario, a portion of each resident's property tax bill goes to our local school boards. About a third of the property taxes collected are allocated to the capital budget or reserves for future capital spending, which includes other funding sources like the federal and provincial government, reserve funds, grants, debt, and development charges, as well as funds from the rate budget. Together, the capital budget goes toward longer-term projects, such as our investments in water and wastewater facilities, as well as building and renewing our parks, roadways, pools, arenas, and other things we use every day. So the next time you hear someone ask, "Where are my property taxes going?" you can tell them to look down, look up, and look forward. Your tax dollars are at work all around you every day. When you visit your local park with your family, drive to work on cleared roads, register for swimming lessons, get rid of that old couch you've outgrown, or contact Service Norfolk about that pothole on your street that needs to be fixed. Your tax dollars are also being invested in initiatives to improve the lives of Norfolk County residents in the years to come to make Norfolk County a better place for future generations. While Norfolk County's budget is prepared once a year, your feedback helps us make decisions and plan for the future. We are committed to listening to you so that our budget reflects what is important to our community. Learn more about Norfolk County's budget at norfolkcounty.ca/budget.
Today we're announcing an exciting partnership with Scotland and Norfolk County Economic Development, and we're transforming transport trailers into mobile ambassadors. We're showcasing Norfolk's story of opportunity, excellence, and quality of life across all of North America, and Scotland is the ideal partner with an amazing logistics network and will help us share our story all across North America.
Hi, I'm Jacob, and I'm here to take you behind the scenes on a capital project in Norfolk County. We begin planning capital projects by analyzing our infrastructure needs related to roads, water mains, storm and sanitary sewers, as well as bridges. We assess their overall condition, age, and servicing requirements. This provides a solid foundation to ensure Norfolk has the hard infrastructure for current and future needs. Once a project is determined and approved by Council, we retain an engineer to complete the design. During this stage, we engage the public through public information centers or postings on the county website to inform them of the upcoming project and provide an opportunity to share feedback. After the design is completed and all approvals are in place, we hire a contractor through a public bidding process. During the construction phase, we track progress, budget, and continue to engage with the public. We also work with other departments to ensure the overall success of the project. Once complete, we report and track any warranty issues for 2 years. We measure a project's success by its ability to enhance infrastructure and positively impact residents. As a Norfolk County employee, I enjoy building the community that has given me so much. Thank you for taking the time to join me on this behind-the-scenes tour.
Deputations are a way for you and all residents of Norfolk County to speak before Council about relevant matters in our community. To begin, search www.norfolkcounty.ca. Then select the Government tab. Under the Government tab, select Provide Deputation/Speak at a Council or Committee Meeting. This page provides general information regarding deputations. Under the subheading Register to Speak, click the Public Hearing/Deputation Form link to pre-register your deputation. Notice of Collection. By checking the Notice of Collection box, you are agreeing to the above statement. Selecting the type of meeting you want. There are several types of meetings that allow deputations. Please listen closely as we explain each option. Council meeting. Council deputations must pertain to a matter listed on the upcoming meeting agenda. For the remaining meeting choices, you may present a deputation if the topic pertains to the committee you are presenting to. Once you select the type of meeting you want to deliver your deputation, you can complete the rest of the document. Now choose whether you will attend the meeting in person or virtually. Finally, select if you will be providing materials during your deputation. If you have materials for distribution during the council meeting, please bring 15 hard copies for council and staff. Now click Next to move to Step 2. In Step 2, please fill out your personal information. Once your personal information is completed, click Next. Lastly, review your information and select Next to submit your form. You have now completed the deputation request form. You will receive a confirmation email from the Clerk's Department that they've received your request. Next, we will talk about what to do on the day of your deputation.
Okay, we're back. We have a motion to reconvene in open session at 1:56 p.m. Councillor Van Passen, seconded by Councillor Michelli. All those in favor? Okay, very good. I'm going to get the update on the litigation matter. We have a recommendation that the closed session item be received as information and that council provided direction to staff on the matter. Can I have a mover for that, please? Councillor Huffman, seconded by Councillor Brunton. All those in favor? Motion is carried. Okay, so we have no consent items today. So we have a motion. It's to reconsider SC16 and SC17 from the special council meeting October 21st, 2025 on the Capital Facilities Master Plan. Councillor Michelli has a motion for reconsideration of items that were previously dealt with by council. Councillor Michelli, you now have the floor to briefly introduce your motion of reconsideration.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I just want to, as a point of personal privilege, thank all the members of the gallery here today for being so patient for the time that council needed for their closed session. With regard to this motion, Mr. Chair and members of council, since the special council meeting of October 21st, 2025, information has come to light that raises some questions about the information council had in front of them when making those decisions regarding the St. Williams Community Centre and the St. Williams Fire Hall at that time. I feel that council should have an opportunity to examine this new information and reconsider that previous decision. I want to thank county staff for their efforts in providing the information and answers to the concerns that the community have brought forward here today. In addition, Mr. Chair, members of council, there exists a very real perception on the part of the community that they were not adequately informed or consulted as to the plans for the St. Williams Community Centre and the St. Williams Fire Hall. I feel we owe it to the larger community to have a further discussion regarding these two vital community assets. I also am in possession of a petition signed by more than 750 residents to express their concerns over losing their community centre. An ad hoc committee has been formed and they have put together several alternatives for council to consider regarding both the community centre and the St. Williams Fire Hall. I am very confident that council will be very receptive to what they have developed. Again, I am only referring to the resolutions SC16 and SC17, specifically the St. Williams Community Centre and the St. Williams Fire Hall. Not any other facilities that were covered under those resolutions. It is only these two items that members of the community have expressed to me very strongly, both by their communications and by their strong attendance here today, which I very much appreciate. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Councillor. Is there a seconder for Councillor Michelli's motion for reconsideration? Councillor Columbus. Okay, so the chair, that's me. Okay, so what we need to do here today, because reconsideration is we need a 2/3 majority, which means we need to see at least six councillors. So I guess for most under consideration, sorry, before I call the question, is there any debate or discussion on that? Councillor Van Andrieschie.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
There's no discussion on
Oh, sorry. Yep, I'm so sorry.
Alrighty
Correct.
then.
Sorry, Councillor Van Andrieschie. Thank you, Councillor Van Passen. So I guess I'll just call the question then. Are we going to reconsider it? All those in favor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does not. I got 5. I got. Oh, Kim. Oh, sorry, Councillor Huffman. Are you in favor? Okay, that's 6 then. Oh, and 7. Okay, very good. So it was okay. Very good. Now, no. Okay, so we now have a note here on the procedural bylaw that the next order of business would be open those portions of. Okay, sorry. Why is this blue?
For you, sir.
Okay, So with our procedural bylaw, the next order of business would be to open these for discussion and debate. However, Councillor Michelli would like to propose a deferral. He would like to move a motion to defer this reconsideration, so I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. My feeling for deferring this is simply this. Moving the debate to the June council meeting, which would be on the 23rd, will provide for full transparency to the community at large. Additionally, it will allow for the timely request for deputation on this subject. I know that there are several members of the public who would be quite happy to make a deputation on this topic. This will give them the time to prepare for that and to be able to do that. And finally, it will provide my council colleagues with the time to do their own review of the issues, learn the new facts that have been determined, and be able to have a very informed debate and discussion on the matter at that time. Thank you.
Is there a seconder for the motion to defer? Councillor Van Andrieschie. All those in favor? Oh, sorry, Councillor Van Passen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to make sure that I understand exactly what's happening, because nobody read the motion that is on the floor that we're deferring, and I'm not sure that by deferring that you defer the entire process rather than just the two individual items that Councillor Michelli had been discussing. So can I get some clarity from the clerk about whether we should pull a couple items out of that recommendation from the October meeting and defer those two and leave the rest alone, or is the entire recommendation from that meeting up for grabs again?
Through you, Mr. Chairman. So what I heard was Councillor Michelli said he was only talking specifically about those two facilities within those resolutions. My understanding in the notes I have, and he can provide clarification, is that we're only reconsidering those two facilities and only deferring the discussion on those two facilities as they relate, and the rest of those resolutions stay in force and effect.
All clear?
The intent is all clear. I'm not sure that's what we're doing. So, like the remainder of the community and culture scenario recommendations be adopted, that's going to be deferred.
Through you, Mr. Chair, if we want to give us a few minutes, we can write the resolution so it satisfies and is very clear to council, but I'll need a few minutes to draft that.
Because we did that with other items in that report, that we pulled them and dealt with them separately, and I think that's Councillor Michelli's intent. Because I got a few other ones that I disagreed with back then. And my understanding again was that that was sort of the overall big picture plan over the next year, 10-year capital plan, that this is the direction we wanted to go. But every one of those recommendations was going to come back to council with an individual report about how they would be actually implemented. And, I get the sense that Councillor Michelli is looking to expedite that process so we have a clearer understanding of how this whole thing was intended to be implemented. But if he's specifically talking about those two items, then we should pull those two items out of the motion and deal with them and defer that part, or give direction on that part and not on the rest of it. So do you want to take 5 minutes and work it?
That was our understanding. That's what we have recorded. If you want us to get
but
something,
that's not the motion that's on
share.
the floor. It's the one from the September meeting or October meeting. There's a motion on the floor, right? So.
I would disagree, but we'll get something up to council's satisfaction.
Okay, before we
Doesn't
take that
our procedural bylaw states that when you get the request for reconsideration, the first item of business is that original motion. That's what's here, right?
Okay, while we're thinking about that, Councillor Duthie.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just, before we break and allow the clerks to figure out this, because I had a similar concern as to Councillor Van Passen, but Councillor Michele in his introduction there alluded to additional information or new information, and my question is, how is that being captured and how will it make its way back to us? I understand the potential for other deputations, but is there an additional staff report that will provide information on this new information? I would like to know what that looks like.
So,
yeah, thanks, Mr. Clare. And Mr. Chair, I will defer to the clerk on this matter. I have had discussions with him about this.
So we do have a motion to defer, and we're going to clarify for council. There's no debate on a motion to defer except the timing or the deferral itself, not extra information or discussion. So unfortunately, under the procedure bylaw, if you give me a minute to get the deferral motion up, we can do that, but there's no discussion around that other than timing of the deferral.
So what I'm hearing then, just to put a bow on it, is we either defer it or we deal with it today. There's no other, if we don't defer it, we must deal with it today, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's your options. We either defer it and deal with it in June, or we don't defer it and deal with it right now. Those are the options. So with that, I guess we'll take a couple minutes. Is that what you need there, clerk?
I would appreciate that.
He would appreciate a couple minutes, so take 5 minutes, or as long as it takes Bill, I guess.
So, you've received your approval and the day of your deputation is upon you. For starters, council is located here, at 50 Colburn Street. Now there's two entrances you can use when you arrive. One is here, located off Colburn, and one located off Talbot Street. When you arrive, you'll have three main options to park. The first is to park at the Simcoe Town Center Mall, which is where Food Basics is located. Your second option is 2-hour street parking on Court Street. And your third option is 2-hour street parking on Lott Street. If you can't find any parking at any of those three options, don't worry. Downtown Simcoe has plenty of street parking in all of the surrounding areas. If you enter through the Colburn Street doors, you'll have to make your way through the building to get to council chambers. But don't worry, if you require any assistance, you can feel free to ask Service Norfolk at the front desk. Make your way along this path and you'll end up in the main lobby. To your left, there'll be an elevator. You can either ring the bell or go ask the people at the front desk for assistance. If you don't need to use the elevator, you can head on up the green staircase and go up to council chambers. If you enter through the Talbot Street doors, the elevator will be immediately in front of you, or the green staircase will be ready for you to go up and deliver your presentation. Once you reach the top of the stairs, you'll have made it to council chambers. Feel free to take a seat here or here and wait for council to call your name when it's time to present. When council calls your name, make your way to the podium and ensure that you don't walk between the railing and the chairs on your way there. When you arrive at the podium, adjust it to your desired height using the arrow buttons and turn the microphone on using the button on the right. If you're giving your deputation in front of council, begin by saying, through the mayor. If you're giving it in front of a committee, begin by saying, through the chair. Then, clearly state your name and address, and you'll have 5 minutes to give your presentation. Upon having 1 minute remaining, the chair will give you notice. When you're finished your presentation, council may have questions for you. Ensure that you always begin your answer by saying, through the mayor, or through the chair to councillor, and their last name. If you can't answer the question, that's okay. Inform council that you'll gather more information and get back to them. After that, council will have heard out what you've had to say, and they'll take appropriate action as they deem necessary. And now, you've finished your deputation. You can either have a seat and watch the rest of the meeting, or you can leave through the door that you came in and ensure that you leave as quietly as possible.
Hey Norfolk County, my name is Anna and I'm here to share some water safety tips to keep you and your family safe around the water. Knowing how to swim is a life skill and an essential part of staying safe and having fun. Swimming lessons are the best way to learn essential swim survival skills to recover from a fall into deep water. Think you're too old for lessons? There are programs designed for teens and adults as well. With so many lakes and rivers, Canadians of all ages are avid boaters. Always wear a life jacket, it could save your life. Never swim alone, regardless of age and skill level. Always swim with a buddy. A buddy can throw you a buoyant aid if you get into trouble. When possible, wade into unknown waters to prevent injury. Backyard pools are a great place to make family memories. But remember, if you are not within arm's reach of your child in and around the water, then you've gone too far. Drowning can occur in as little as 10 seconds and it is silent. Every drowning death is preventable. Take time to educate yourself and those around you to ensure you're staying safe and having fun around the water. For more information, visit norfolkcounty.ca/watersafety.
We all have the right to feel safe at work, when spending time with friends and family, when participating in activities or attending a public meeting or event. Norfolk County is committed to ensuring our spaces and workplaces are safe. Our Respect and Responsibility policy outlines the code of conduct for employees, patrons, contractors, volunteers, coaches, and spectators. This code of conduct also applies to phone calls, emails, and virtual and social media platforms. We all play a part in fostering a respectful and safe environment. Inappropriate behaviors such as swearing, name-calling, verbal and physical threats, physical violence, harassment, and vandalism will not be tolerated. Staff have the right to take action when incidents occur. This may include denying service, asking individuals to leave, contacting the police, or, if necessary, suspending them from county programs and facilities. Those responsible for damaging county property will be required to cover the cost of repairs, fees, and lost revenues. We are committed to providing high-quality customer service and a safe and respectful environment for all. For more information about our Respect and Responsibility policy, visit norfolkcounty.ca/R&R.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and I'm excited to take you behind the scenes to meet Norfolk County's aquatics team in action.
I think the people are what make the job. I think working with the people that I do, we're a great team. We work really well together. That makes a positive work environment. That makes a positive work for the public as well. They see that we work well together, and I think that benefits them as well.
I still love coming here every day. It's an exciting job. It's always different. You're always doing new things.
Being part of our team offers staff the opportunity to develop essential skills in lifeguarding, teaching swimming lessons, customer service, first aid, and of course, teamwork.
I think swimming in general is a really great skill to have from a very young age, so being a part of children learning how to swim is super important to me.
It's a really rewarding process to see them go from not the greatest swimmer to a better or great swimmer. It's a really good stepping stone to what I want to do in the future.
It's just a nice variety, and everybody brings something different and special to the team.
Our aquatics team is dedicated to educating the community on water safety and drowning prevention.
You might be a quiet student coming in, and this job is really going to push you to find your voice and be like an impactful member of a team.
I love that it's different every day, and you get to meet new people every day and see some of the same faces every day as well. But my job is different every single day. I don't do the same, so it's amazing.
As a proud Norfolk County employee, I'm honored to be part of a team delivering life-saving skills to our community. Thank you for joining me on this behind-the-scenes tour. I hope this video gives you a glimpse of what it's like to be part of our aquatics team. If you're interested in taking advanced leadership courses to become a lifeguard and instructor, visit norfolkcounty.ca.
Hey Norfolk County! Whether you're a longtime resident, new to the area, or simply visiting, Do you know about the many services provided by Norfolk County? As a single-tier municipality, we provide services that our community uses every day, including water and fire protection, curbside garbage and recycling, road and sidewalk maintenance, and so much more. We also provide services needed at unique times in life, such as a marriage or business license, or a dog tag for your new companion. And the unique geographic features in Norfolk County, from farmland and forests to lakes and wetlands, means we also provide specialized services ranging from drainage applications to tree inspections. Wondering how to contact Norfolk County? Start with Service Norfolk. Our friendly team of agents is here to help. Reach us by phone at 519-426-5870 or 226 Norfolk from 8:30 to 4:30 Monday to Friday. Calling about an issue after hours? No problem. We have you covered.
Okay, we're going to reconvene. I'm going to throw it to the clerk for some clarification.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor. So just weeding through our procedure while I'm going to put the resolution up. So as indicated by Councillor Van Passen, the resolution, because it's passed for reconsideration, the original resolution, SC 16, that was moved by Councillor Duthie and seconded by Councillor Brunton in October, is now on the floor, and that is that the remainder of the community and cultural scenario recommendations be adopted. My understanding is that we have an amendment forthcoming to that recommendation.
Councillor Van Passen.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Could I amend the resolution to add the words, with the exception of the St. Williams Community Center and the St. Williams Fire Hall?
Councillor Michelli?
And Mr. Chair, if it's appropriate, I would like to second that.
Okay, seconded. So now we have, so now we're on the right track.
Yeah, so we have the amended motion.
Okay, so now
For
this
debate.
one, is this one open for debate or
It
discussion?
is.
Okay, thought so, make sure. Any debate or discussion? Okay, seeing none, then I'll call the question. All those in favor? Okay. So moved.
And now we have a motion for deferral.
And now we have a motion for deferral. So that was, we're returning to the existing motion. Do we need a new one? Oh, Councillor Duthie.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you, I believe the appropriate step at this point is I would like to make a motion to refer this matter back to staff for a follow-up report. Councillor Michelli alluded in his remarks that there is additional information that can be gleaned from his discussions, so I would like to see that information come back in the form of a staff report to us.
Councillor Van Passen.
First, we have to approve the motion as amended. Like we just amended the motion, we got to approve that, and then follow up with the referral of those two items back to staff.
So you're moving that, I assume? Seconded by?
It's already been moved by Councillor, last fall it was already moved, it just got to vote.
So let's call the vote then. All those in favor? Done. Okay, Councillor Duthie, back to the referral.
Motion to refer, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Any seconder for that? Councillor Huffman. Any debate or discussion? Okay, I have a couple questions. Just with the new information, what is the, like, do we know what the new information is right now?
Mr. Chair, without going into specifics, I believe that we will learn some new information about the statistics regarding the usage rate of the hall, along with some other items that have had an impact on those numbers.
Okay. I'm just going to throw it to the CAO then for comment. So I'm confused by this because we had the usage was in the initial report, so I'm not sure what is new. So I'm trying to determine what the gap is here. What is the new information versus what was reported in October?
Through you, Mr. Chair, I do not have that information either. And just to set expectations, if the expectation is that staff get with Councillor Michelle, determine what that new information is, analyze it, confirm it, and provide a recommendation to this council. I'm not sure whether 30 days will be enough because I don't know what the new information will be, but we will endeavor to bring that to the next council meeting if we can. But just to set expectations, if the information or the new information is complex or requires a level of verification and analysis, it may take longer than the 30 days because with our reporting cycle, reports that are getting ready for the June council cycle are already in progress, and so it will be a tight timeline for staff, but we'll endeavor to do our best, but we will provide council and the community an update if we don't get to the June council meeting.
Okay, it just feels like we don't really know exactly what we're doing here. So, I don't. Okay, fair enough. Is there any other questions or debate? Then I'll call the question. All those in favor? Okay, carried. Oh, sorry, any opposed? All right, carried. We all get on this one? Okay, so we're going to move on to our other business today. So if Gary would like to... Oh, sorry, we have ST 17 now too. Sorry. Did you want to bring that one forward as well? Councillor Van Passen, same thing? Okay, so we're going to do the same motion except change SC 16 to SC 17. So we are emergency services scenario with the exception of the Port Rowan Fire Station, or sorry, the St. Williams Fire Station. We got Waterford already in there. Everything else is there. Okay, can I have a mover for that one? Councillor Columbus, seconded by Councillor Michelle. All those in favor? Okay, carried. And then now I need a motion, to approve the motion as amended. Councillor Michelle, seconded by, well, it's the same as it was. Councillor Columbus. Any debate or discussion on that one? Seeing none, all those in favor? All right. If the gallery would like to exit, we're done with this issue for now, so we're going to move on to our regular business.
Prefer online? Email askus@norfolkcounty.ca anytime, or use our customer service portal at service.norfolkcounty.ca and get a reply right to your email inbox. Want to visit us in person? Come to one of our friendly customer service counters in Simcoe, Monday to Friday, or Delhi, Tuesday to Thursday. Service Norfolk, connecting you to Norfolk County services.
Meet Captain Clean, the toilet paper superhero, here to protect Norfolk County's pipes and keep everything flowing smoothly. Remember, only flush the 3 Ps: pee, poop, and toilet paper. Flushing anything else can cause big trouble. Things like wipes, hair, or grease can create sewer blockages. These blockages restrict flow. combine with other debris and cause costly damage, overflow, and even water pollution. By sticking to the 3 Ps, you can help prevent clogs, reduce repair costs, and keep our water clean. For items you can't flush, proper disposal is key. Throw regular waste in the garbage. Do not believe claims on packaging that products are flushable. Take it from Captain Clean, they are not. Household hazardous waste can be dropped off at Norfolk's temporary depots during spring and fall. For things like medication and sharps disposal, take them to your local pharmacy or the health unit. And remember, grease belongs in the trash, but let it cool and store it first. Don't pour it down the drain. Be a flushing hero like Captain Clean. Together we can protect our pipes, our homes, and the environment. Remember, only flush the 3 Ps. Norfolk County is counting on you.
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm here to take you behind the scenes for a quick look at what we do at Norfolk County's water treatment facility. Here in Port Rowan, the water treatment process starts by pumping water from Lake Erie up into the water treatment facility. Back in the treatment facility, I inspect large clarification tanks where the lake water enters the plant. Here we add coagulant, a chemical that attracts dirt particles together. These form into larger particles called flock, which eventually sinks and is sent to waste. Next, the water enters the filtration system where any remaining dirt particles are trapped by the filters. The water is then chlorinated and sent into a 113 cubic meter underground storage chamber. The water is then taken to the granular activated carbon filters that work like supersized 10,000 pound Brita filters to remove taste and odor. The final step is disinfection, which includes UV and a final dose of chlorine, ensuring safe, potable drinking water. Water testing is an important part of the job. Throughout the day, we take water samples at different stages of the process, up to 9 tests, depending on the treatment facility. As a Norfolk resident myself, I'm proud to serve the community I live in. Thanks for joining me in this behind-the-scenes tour.
Hey Norfolk County, did you know that Ride Norfolk is now on demand? This means you can schedule Norfolk's public transit service to pick you up for appointments, shopping, school, or work. Ride Norfolk has partnered with Blaze Transit to offer on-demand pickups at all 95 stops across Norfolk, including this one. I booked my trip earlier today and my bus is here right on time. Since there are no fixed local schedules, you can easily book Ride Norfolk over the phone, online, or on the Blaze Transit app from your smartphone. Thanks, Charlie.
You're welcome.
Ride Norfolk's customer service team can help answer any questions you may have, get you started with the app, or book your next ride. By moving to on-demand, Ride Norfolk is helping more residents get where they need to go. To learn more, visit norfolkcounty.ca/transit.
Hi, I'm Marissa, and I'm here to take you behind the scenes for a quick look at what we do at Norfolk County's waste and recycling operations. Here at the transfer station in Simcoe, residents can bring a variety of waste materials for disposal. Norfolk operates 2 transfer stations, welcoming about 27,000 customers every year, and accepts material ranging from bulky items, wood, metal, and yard waste. Norfolk also provides curbside waste programs. Recycling from your home arrives at this facility where it is manually sorted by the type of material. You can see why it's important to separate materials into the correct bin, rinse recyclables, and remove items from bags. This facility processes 4,600 metric tons per year. That's equal to about 20 tons per day. Once items are sorted by material type, they are baled and ready to be shipped across North America to be made into new material. About 8 to 10% of the material that arrives here shouldn't have been put in the recycling bin. Residents can use our Recycle Coach app to confirm if an item can be recycled. After seeing how waste is handled, I hope this video helps show why rinsing and sorting your recyclables are important steps in the recycling process. As a Norfolk County employee, I am proud to serve the community I was raised in. Thanks for joining me on this behind-the-scenes tour.
This summer,
Okay, we're back. I'm going to need approval of the minutes. So we had Councillor Duthie had a disclosure of interest there, so we have to separate out a piece of it. Do you have that number there?
Sorry, Mr. Chair.
Okay, just 1 second.
We have deputations.
Oh, sorry, I skipped a page ahead. My mistake. Okay, well, good, we can find that information. We have deputations. We have one. Sorry, Eldon. Where are you back there? Okay, come on up. We have Eldon Darbison from Valley Consulting regarding agenda item 12.1.4, 289 Lehman Street, Waterford. Welcome, Eldon. You have 5 minutes. I'll let you know when you have one remaining.
All right, thank you very much for having me. We had a public meeting a little while ago to which this deputation is going to speak to. The purpose of me being here today is to address design. There is concerns about design, more importantly about height and some parking. The staff report has done a very good job discussing what the other changes have been. Next slide, please. So this property is located on Lehman Street and Thompson Road West. It's a commercial area. And the last time we were here, we were proposing a 5-story residential building with commercial out front. Next slide, please. So this slide and the next 3 slides are perspective drawings, so we could show the massing differences. So as you can see, the original design on the left versus the revised design took an entire story off the top. This has let us reduce the height by 3.2 meters. We've had to reduce the number of units as well from 44 to 39. And that allowed us to improve our parking ratio to 1.15. It's important to note that the ground floor commercial, there is no change. And we comply with the visitor and the commercial parking requirements of the bylaw. Next slide, please. So this is the Lehman Street elevation. Again, this is a good observation from a massing perspective. What had happened, because we took the story off, we ended up having to remove the ground floor parking, but the good news is that we replaced them with some of the units that we lost. Next slide, please. This is the east elevation. This is important because there were concerns about privacy on the north side residential. There were 4 balconies on the east side elevation. Now, by essentially losing the top story, we are now down to 3 balconies as well. Next slide, please. This is the north story elevation. Again, so this one is important because there's no major windows on the north side. And the balconies are not there as well. So it's 3 balconies on one side. It helps improve the privacy of the adjacent property to the north. And the 4-story design helps reduce impacts as well. Next slide, please. These 2 we thought were important to briefly touch upon. This slide and the next slide are the spring and winter equinox for shadow study. On the original had a little bit greater shadow cast length and duration, whereas when you take the 5th story off, it improves that. Next slide, please. This one is a little bit more graphic because it's winter. You can see that there is a difference in the shadow reductions and duration. But again, the nice thing is that any shadow casting on the north property is in the heart of winter, when generally people aren't outside. Next slide, please. Very good. So this slide just discusses that the PPS does support this kind of development. It's an efficient use of service land. It's intensification of a built-up area. It does conform to the Norfolk County official plan. It's a mixed-use residential commercial development, which is supported by the plan. We are only dealing with a zoning bylaw amendment, not an official plan amendment. And there was a traffic and parking study which supported the greater number of units. Obviously, by reducing the number of units, the study is still reasonable and supports the reduction of the commercial. And also to reiterate, all commercial and visitor parking requirements are fully met. Next slide, please. Very good. So just to talk about what we, to summarize what we talked about, so we're consistent with provincial and municipal policy. The applicants took what they heard at the public meeting. We worked with staff. We brought the height down. We were trying to address parking concerns, a better design. The entrance off of Thompson Road is removed. The parking
Sorry, Alden, you have 1 minute
justified.
remaining.
Thank you. And instead of 44 units, we're still able to accommodate 39 units, including an affordable housing component. Staff have gone from a non-support to a supportive perspective now, and we have agreed that this does represent good planning. I'm here to answer any questions. Thank you.
Questions to the deputation? Councillor Columbus.
Yes, thank you. To the deputation. When do you anticipate construction to start?
We are anticipating this year.
This year? Okay, and is it going to be a wood frame type structure or is it going to be concrete?
Concrete.
Concrete, okay. Similar to what we see on the north side of the Queensway here in Simcoe, is that it?
I'm not sure what that was constructed of, but we're using stubbies.
Yes, it was stubbies.
Yeah.
So this will be a stubby hole.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Councillor Huffman.
Thank you, Chair, through you. Thanks for being here. I just want to, for the purpose of the public understanding this is simply a deputation right now, bringing us back new information from the public planning meeting that we had.
That's correct.
You still need to come back to council, correct?
That is on the agenda today.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions for the deputation? Okay, thanks very much. Can I have a motion to receive the deputation information, please? Councillor Columbus, seconded by Councillor Van Andriessen. All those in favor? Okay, thanks. Moving on. Presentations, none today. We have one communication item. which is a letter from Todd McCarthy. He's the Minister of Environment, Conservation, and Parks. Can I have a motion to receive that as information, please? Councillor Duthie, seconded by Councillor Michelli. Any debate or discussion? Oh, Councillor Van Andrews, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and through you. This is through the Conservation Authorities Act. Is there any update for us around council, how any discussions are going with the Conservation Authority and the province? Is there anything?
Who's that a question for?
Directed to the two representatives that sit on Conservation Authority.
Would you like to take that, one of you? Councillor Van Passen, please. We haven't heard from you in minutes.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The process is unfolding. They've adjusted some timelines. Actually, they first made the decision rather than to amalgamate the entirety of southwestern Ontario. There will now be an east side and west side, so Long Point will be merging or amalgamating with Grand River, Catfish, and Kettle. The province has sort of put the gag order on that. I'm sure Councillor Van Andries is well aware of, that we can't sell major properties, can't fire big, major, important people. That was fully expected. There will be a transition committee set up with representatives of all four of the conservation authorities involved, with a chair of that committee will be appointed by the province, and that chair will become the new CAO of the new amalgamated authority for up to 2 years. So that process is unfolding. That's not expected to start until August. We've already had some meetings with the chairs and vice chairs and GMs of the affected authorities. We'll be meeting again with them in a couple of weeks just to get started on that process and start to identifying issues that potentially could create problems later. So if you solve a problem before it becomes a problem, you never have a problem kind of logic. So we're working at it. We haven't had a whole lot of support for the province's initiative, but we are dealing with it. So I don't know if you have any other questions. I'd be happy to do my best to give a logical answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. That's precisely, there's questions out there from the public. How is this working? Is it moving along? And issues with certain drainage and things like that. Where do I go now? What's going to happen? So it's important that we keep ahead of it so that information is put out there to the public. So I appreciate your comments. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, seeing none, then can I have a motion to receive it? Oh no, we already got that. Sorry, I'm going to call the question. All those in favor? Very good. Thank you very much. Okay, so we have the next one is the approval of the minutes. We have to deal with 8.4.2 separately. So let's approve them. Nope, not 8.4.2.
It's for the CIC earlier in the, not for the council meeting. So we're approving these, that's the problem. The note for this.
Oh, I understood. So we have the, sorry, so I jumped ahead. So we do have approval for the minutes of the council meeting from April 28th, 2026. There is no issue with that one. So Councillor Duthie's is in the next one. So can I have a motion to please to receive those minutes? Councillor Van Andries, seconded by Councillor Huffman. All those in favor? Very good. Number 10, we have, okay, so we have a motion to approve the following committees of the whole meetings as presented. So we have public hearing, which is not an issue, so we can do 10.1 right now, correct? Okay, so I'm going to break these in half. So 10.1, can I have a motion to approve, please? Councillor Van Passen, seconded by Councillor Columbus. All those in favor? Okay, and then 10.2 we do have the issue with because we have to deal with the photography and video recordings separately. So I'm going to, sorry?
I'm just going to ask a question on the minutes.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a quick question on the minutes of council and committee. I had brought up an issue that I wanted to be brought back to staff. I don't see it reflected in those minutes. Or is it okay then? Because I think it was understood that I was going to speak with Alicia Cole, because I wanted a report coming back. Do you remember? Does anyone recall that I had asked?
Can you?
What it was how can we help and get to the province about different things that are occurring for not necessarily not lots, but agricultural areas versus agricultural ag lands. What we can do with that. Remember, I brought that up, but I do not see it reflected in the minutes that I would like to see. I think Alicia and I had a conversation. I was going to get back directly with her.
Okay, can
But I just wanted it reflected somewhere in the minutes that that was taking place.
Okay, well, this is a good time to talk about it, so we'll go through those really quick and get it sorted.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I don't have any notes reflecting on that, so maybe just to remove all confusion, we could amend the minutes by you putting forward a resolution right now of what you're looking for and include that in the minutes as they're approved.
Yeah, okay. What I wanted was a discussion with planning on how we can approach the province on the ability to making things a little bit easier for land transitions, such as the process of ag designation. I'd like to see ag designation from agricultural area versus what we call the prime ag land. It makes a huge difference, and I would wonder if we could have a report or if I could have the discussion with Alicia and bring that back to council as a discussion. I had it on the last council committee, so I don't know how it got lost in the mail, but.
While the clerk is picking through that, Councillor Van Passen, please go ahead.
Isn't that resolution 14.3 from the council minutes, not the C&C minutes? That staff be directed to bring back information memo with the best approach to contact the province regarding lot provisions. In the council minutes.
Microphone, please. Sorry, I just can't.
My apologies. I was under the impression it was under council and committee meeting minutes, so if it is there, then we're fine. We can continue to have that conversation later then. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Always good to double check. Thank you, Councillor Van Passen. So now we're back to, we're doing 10.2 and we're doing it minus the 8.4.2, which is the photography and video recordings of meetings at council. It's CS 26071. So let's do that one first, and then we'll do the rest of the councillor death. It doesn't matter the order, I guess, but who cares? Anyways, can I have a motion, please, to approve 8.4.2? Councillor Columbus. Second by Councillor Huffman. Any more debate or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Great, and I'm looking for a motion to approve the rest of the minutes as presented. Councillor Van Andriessen, seconded by Councillor Brunton. All those in favor? And that is also carried. Thank you very much. All right. We have reports of advisory committees. May I now have a motion to receive the minutes from the advisory committees and local boards for information? And there's a list. We have 11.1 to 11.8. Can I have a motion to approve those? Councillor Columbus, seconded by Councillor Michelle. Any debate or discussion on any of those? Seeing none, all those in favor? Very good. Thank you. Carried. We're down to 12. We're on staff reports and discussions. We have 12.1.1. Application ZNPL 2026013 to amend the zoning bylaw to change the zoning of a parcel of land at 188 Charlotteville West Quarter Line Road. Josh Mueller, please take it away.
Thank you. Through the chair to the deputy mayor and council, we have received an application to amend the zoning bylaw for a parcel of land from agricultural zone to hamlet residential zone with a special provision. The special provision includes a reduced lot area in the hamlet residential zone. The applicant is proposing in the future to create a residential building lot. There were no public concerns or comments associated with this application. The concerns brought up by the staff departments have been addressed in my staff report. The subject lands are approximately 0.19 hectares in size and are part of a 22.8 hectare overall parcel. The portion of the lands to be rezoned is generally sloped and currently vacant. The statutory public meeting for this proposal was held at the April 8th, 2026 Public Hearing Committee. Saying that, it is planning staff's professional opinion that this zoning bylaw amendment be approved. I will now answer any questions.
Questions for the planner? Councillor Columbus.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor. I take it this is the land in Forestville?
Through the chair, yes, it is.
Yeah, so I know you mentioned the word hamlet, but why not mention the little village of, or hamlet of Forestville? Like, I couldn't see the name Forestville in any of these reports that were put before.
Actually, I think it is in my staff report.
Is it? Okay. I just like to see it in the original motion, the bylaw. I think it would be appropriate to put it there.
Okay. Is that something we can do, or?
Through the chair, yes, we can do that.
Okay, thanks very much. Just needed to answer of some kind. Okay, any other questions for staff there? Okay. Do I have a mover for the staff recommendation? Councillor Van Passen, seconded by Councillor Michelle. Any more debate or discussion on that motion? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Carried. We have 12.1.2 ZNP L2205357 Delhi Railway Development. Andrew Wallace.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Deputy Mayor and Council members. Through the Chair, this file was first seen at Public Hearing Committee meeting on April 8th, 2026. The applicant has proposed a zoning bylaw amendment to change the use of approximately 2.2 hectares of land from mixed residential uses along with a service commercial section to urban residential types 2 and 4 to allow residential development on the site with semi-detached and townhouse dwellings whilst retaining the service commercial use. Special provisions 14.1118 and 1119 would be added to the residential and commercial zones respectively. At the April Public Hearing Committee meeting, a number of concerns were raised by both members of the public and elected members regarding the size and density of the development and the impact on neighboring dwellings, which was dealt with in the report. The proposal remains unchanged from that presented at the April public hearing meeting. The associated bylaw refers to the subject lands in 3 parts, with part 1 changing from a mixed use of service commercial and residential types 1 and 2 to urban residential type 4, with special provision 14.1118. Part 2 changes from urban residential type 1 to urban residential type 2 with a holding provision, and Part 3 remains service commercial, but with special provision 14.1119 added. It is the professional opinion of staff that application ZNPL 2025-357 be approved as outlined in staff report recommendation CDS 260571. My apologies. Thank you for your time, and I'm available for any questions.
Thank you, Andrew. Any questions for the planner? Councillor Columbus.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor. To the planners, for some time now, we've been getting planning reports where it indicates that the schools are close to capacity or over capacity. Just wonder, should we not be having the planning department should not have a good meeting with the school boards to address this, because the concern is out there that the schools are over capacity. Just wonder if you should not have a meeting with them just to get on the same playing field and find out where they're going.
Through the chair to Councillor Columbus, I did meet recently with the public school board. They did indicate that based on their latest report, there's a need for a school in Delhi, which I believe there's supposed to be one in the golf course development, one in Waterford, and one in Simcoe. So we have had those conversations and looked at sites coming up. It's just challenging because they need to be very over capacity before the board will fund a new school site. But we are having those conversations more so than ever in the past.
Very good, thanks.
Other questions for staff? Okay, we have a recommendation. Can I get a mover for the recommendation which is before you? Councillor Michelle, seconded by Councillor Columbus. Any discussion or debate? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? And it is carried. Very good. 12.1.3. Zoning bylaw amendment application, ZNPL 2025359, 364 St. John's Road East. Fabian, go ahead.
Thank you. Through you, Deputy Mayor, and through the Chair. So the applicant is proposing a zoning bylaw amendment to change the zoning on the subject lands from agricultural to extractive industrial zone in order to permit a sand and gravel pit for the extraction of sand and gravel, the establishment of a Class A pit below the water table. For this project, there was a public hearing back in March of 2026. At the meeting, there were no questions from members of the public, but there were questions from members of council. The proposed Kelly pit includes roughly 55 acres of area to be extracted, and the licensed pit contains about an estimated 2.7 million tons of aggregate resources. The pit is proposed to be extracted in a phased approach, and for convenience, the phasing plan was submitted, has been included as attachment D to the project. A summary of the comments raised by council are the condition of the existing entrance to the subject lands and the need for improvements to the support the proposed use, the need to examine or monitor the existing pavement on St. John's Road at the entrance, and the need to monitor the operational safety impacts of the entrance on St. John's Road to traffic. Staff have worked with the owner and the agent to draft a development agreement that's been included as attachment F. The development agreement addresses the county concerns through conditions that compels the owner to action the works, monitor the conditions, and cause remedy when required for the overall benefit and protection of St. John's Road East. The staff report seeks council's approval on the rezoning as well as the execution and the registration of the agreement set out in attachment F. The site, once operational, will pay roughly 25 cents per ton or $864 of aggregate for every of aggregate extracted to the Ontario Aggregate Resources Corporation, otherwise known as TORC. Further financial comments were provided in the finance comments of this section of the report, and for this application, staff are recommending approval of this application, and that concludes staff's presentation.
Questions from council? Great job. Seeing none. Can I have a mover for the recommendation? Councillor Vanderducci, seconded by Councillor Duthie. Any discussion or debate? All those in favor? All right. Thanks, Fabian. 12.1.5. Do we have Brian? Let's see, where's Brian? Oh, right behind. We have sponsorship and commemorative naming policy update. Oh, sorry, there's one more planning? Sorry. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Fabian has another one. Please, carry on. Go to the next one. Sorry, Guy.
Thank you, through you, Deputy Mayor, and through the Chair. So for this application, the applicant is proposing a zoning bylaw amendment to rezone the property from service commercial zone to service commercial zone with special provision 14.1112 to revise several provisions to facilitate the proposed development. This would include to allow for the use of an apartment building, the reduction in the rate of parking, the parking area location and setbacks, a reduction in the front yard landscaping, an increase to the building height. The proposal is also seeking to formally establish the minimum setback from a Class 1 industry of 70 meters, and lastly, to establish the subject lands as a Class 4 area to achieve land use compatibility per Ontario's NPC 300 guidelines. So the zoning amendment is to facilitate the development of a 4-story, 39-unit mixed-use apartment with its own separate ground floor commercial space. For this application, there was a public hearing meeting held back in February of 2026. At this meeting, there were several comments from both members of the public and from members of council. Summary of the concerns was essentially building height, shadow impacts, accessibility, safety, traffic considerations, as well as land use compatibility. So due to the feedback received, as Eldon outlined previously through his deputation, staff and the agent essentially worked together to revise the proposal. The initial proposal was for a 5-story building that had entrances along both Lehman and Thompson Road. The proposal has been revised, resulting in a reduced building height of 4 stories, which is now currently only 1 greater than what the bylaw currently allows. The site has a better improved site design and functionality. There's been a removal of the entrance along Thompson Road, as well as the increased rate of parking has increased. However, this still results in a reduction of 14 spaces from the bylaw. The reduction in building height greatly reduces the shadow impacts created from the proposed building. For land use compatibility with the surrounding land uses was factored into the proposed development. The noise study that was submitted outlined that no noise attenuation or warning clauses are required for the units along the north and west facades. However, the east and west facades are predicted to exceed those limits during the day and night, and those units are designed to have central air conditioning and that the windows remain closed, as well as an additional warning clause, such as Type C. And I included an example of that condition that would be in the subsequent site plan agreement if this application receives council approval. So for this project, staff have also recommended that a holding provision be placed on the subject lands and that it can be removed once the confirmation of downstream wastewater conveyance and capacity have been confirmed to the satisfaction of Norfolk County. A full list of the public comments has been attached to this report as attachment B. It should be noted that the public feedback was considered when generating the report and the materials, and as such, staff are recommending that this application be approved. That concludes staff's presentation.
Very good. Thanks, Fabian. Questions? Oh, Councillor Hoffman.
Thank you, Chair, through you. Thanks, Fabian, for the report. And just a couple questions. You mentioned that one more than what the current bylaw supports. So could you just go into that in a little bit more depth, please?
Absolutely. So currently the bylaw would allow for the applicant to construct a 3-story building as of right. So they could theoretically apply for a building permit tomorrow if they were applying for a 3-story building and there was no zoning provisions or zoning amendments required. If they were proposing a 3-story building, they could get a permit and build a building.
Okay. So did the applicant not maybe think about doing this, or they're insistent on going the 4?
Through you. So my understanding is there's also the cost-benefit analysis of constructing the building and the amount of money it would take versus to offset your differences there. I believe that has been considered, but the applicant is choosing to go for 4, if you will.
So this isn't directed at you, but this is just a comment, so more units, more money. I'm still not convinced about the traffic considerations. That didn't really seem, there wasn't much that you mentioned about that. Are they taking into consideration that Lehman Street, one is a small side street, it is going to be under construction, the one end this year, the other end closest to this project next year, and for the fact that the traffic on Thompson and St. James and Lehman is extremely heavy, and adding 39 more units to that, not to mention the commercial impact. This is a big ask of the community that has already been hit with a lot of development over the term of this council. So I have to say that I will not be supporting this recommendation, and I do not support the rezoning.
Okay, other questions for staff? Councillor Duthie.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you, I appreciate the report from staff. I think this has been very good, and I appreciate the work that the applicant and their agent have done to hear the community's concerns. I still have some, I guess, and the biggest one, truthfully, for me is likely related to parking. I've been harping on about this for the past 3.5 years now. That, the reason that we're in the situation that we're in today in a lot of our communities with not great parking solutions is a result of decisions previously to allow reductions to parking requirements. And so I struggle a little bit with reports that come forward saying that we'll agree to those reductions. So I guess an overall question that, to be fair, may be best answered by Ms. Cull is, I hear a lot of feedback that says, well, what's the point of having bylaws that have requirements for, building height or parking requirements and all of these types of things if council will just overturn those anyway? And truthfully, I'm struggling to figure out how to respond to that in the current climate, because we do see a lot of those applications that come forward that ask us for forgiveness or relief on certain things. So how do I respond to that?
Through the chair to Councillor Duthie, that is a good question. So the way the Planning Act is set up, it allows people to ask for those changes. The bylaws are set up so that it's the best solution for most properties, I would say. And then there is the opportunity in cases where it doesn't, might have the opportunity for a change, then the public can come forward with that, or a developer, but it is obviously a public process, so it's not just like they can come in and ask a planner and we say, yep, go ahead. It does have to go through that public process, and there is the opportunity for council to say no if they don't believe it's a good fit for that site.
Thank you. Which I get. We also know what happens when council says no, the next process and what follows there, and we're unlikely to win it anyway. I guess specifically on this application, so the reduction in parking that's being asked for, there wasn't broad comments really in the report, and I guess I would really pose that to staff. Do we truly foresee that this will be okay? Or will it pose us some long-range problems by allowing this reduction? Because I take what Councillor Huffman is saying, that area is a little tricky. I like the look of the building, and I appreciate the changes that the applicant and their agent have made, but that is a significant concern I have.
Through the chair, are you speaking to parking or just the overall? Yeah. So yes, we do believe that it is suitable for the site. This is based on the reports submitted, the parking study, traffic study, stamped by a professional engineer. It's their professional opinion. The report from the registered professional planner, all of that considered in the site context, the size of the apartments. Yes, we believe it is suitable for the site.
Okay, other questions for staff? Councillor Van Driesche.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and through you. So I just have a quick question. Adding the fourth floor, how many units does that?
So
No, not the total, the floor itself.
So a total of 4 floors with a total of 39
The additional
units.
floor, how many units? Each floor will be the same. So what's one floor? How many units per floor?
Approximately like 9 to 12, depends on the floor specifically,
Exactly.
depending on, some of them have 1-bedroom units, some of them have 2-bedroom units, so a rough ballpark of 8 to 12.
8 to 12. Okay, and also because it's going to have some commercial at the bottom, right? The parking spaces that are allowed down there, do they also reflect that for the apartment use as well, or are they standalone?
So through you, through the chair, the only parking relief that's being requested is for the residential apartment building, like the unit specifically, the people who would be living in those units. There's no relief requested for the commercial units or the visitor parking. There is also, in terms of the residential units, there is also the request for the reduction in affordable housing parking spaces as well, which is factored into the total 39 parking
So the number
units.
that it's being used for commercial is their number, and then we're talking about the apartments, they have a
Correct.
specific number.
Correct.
There's nothing to say that if a resident at night has a visitor or whatever, and the stores are not open, that parking
Correct.
could be held in the other side of the building.
Through you, I'm assuming there would be signage that would
Right.
outline and indicate that, but
Right, I get it. Okay, thank you.
Councillor Columbus.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We had a number of deputations on this, I recall. We came forward about parking and the height of the building. Were they aware that we're dealing with this again today, and could they have had an opportunity to come forward again?
Through the chair, we don't issue notices for the council meeting, only for the public hearing, so they're meant to give all of their comments then. They're allowed to come back with a deputation if they have new information, but we don't circulate that to the public.
Councillor Michelli, then Brunton.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think through you to staff, I think Fabian, there's reference to the affordable housing units. Are we referring to affordable housing as in part of what we traditionally consider to be affordable housing, or are we sort of simultaneously using this as, I think, what we often also refer to as attainable housing because the price is not too high?
through the chair, we're referring to real affordable housing, not the notion of affordable housing, like actual affordable housing.
Thank you very much.
Councillor Brunton.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My question is, I see on the applications, and I see it more often now, is the Mississauga, the credit requests. Do we have any maps that show their actual treaty areas? Do we have maps of that, or?
Through the chair, my understanding is Norfolk County is in the traditional territory of their treaty area. So we circulate them on all of our applications. I don't have a map, though, to share.
Well, could we ask for some?
Sure.
It'd be kind of be interesting to see what they are, where things apply. Thank you.
Okay. Other questions for staff? All right, so we have a recommendation. Can I have a mover for that or something else? Councilor Van Passen, you moving the recommendation? Very good. Seconder? Councilor Duthie. Any more debate or discussion? Oh, Councilor Huffman.
Thank you, Chair. This is something that I would like to recommend going forward with the rest of this term and future terms of council, is that we do pay more due diligence to the ward councillor in these situations. And it's frustrating. This community has been hit with a massive north development, south development, and massive infrastructure in terms of intensification. This location is not ideal. It is in two small residential established homes. We're allowing a deference on the parking. The traffic study is just, I'm sorry, but I don't believe any of the traffic study because that area is just ridiculous. So anyways, those are my comments going forward for the rest of the term of this council and future terms of council that people may be a part of.
Okay, thanks very much for that. Any other comments or debate? Okay, seeing none, then I will call the question. All those in favor? 1, 2. Okay, it does not carry. I don't know what to do now. Do we have an alternative motion? Councilor Van Passen.
We either need to defer it or we need to turn it down. You have to make a decision because it's under the Planning Act, right?
I'm aware. So can I have another propose of a motion? Like somebody else want to make a motion? We can't just sort of sit. Well, because as Councilor Van Passen says, we'd have to do something. Yep.
Well, my understanding is that we were here strictly, according to the words of Eldon Darbison, to discuss the zoning. We're turning down the zoning on this property, so to me, that's what the issue is. We voted on it. We turned it down. It's done.
No.
Clerk?
Thank you. So to clarify what Councillor Van Passen said through you, Mr. Chair, is you can't have a non-decision. So the recommendation was to approve. It didn't carry. That doesn't automatically mean that it's denied. So if you want to deny it, council would have to make a motion to that effect, or as Councillor Van Passen, defer it for more information, more thought to a subsequent meeting.
Councillor Huffman.
Thank you, Chair, through you. Thank you for the indulgence. Okay, understood. What my recommendation, so my motion, however you want to word it, would be is that this comes back to council at a later date and that there is more public input on this. I feel that this is not a public meeting, but I think there needs to be more public involvement in this going forward. I feel like this kind of snuck in under the radar a little bit.
Okay, is there a seconder? So the motion is to defer? Okay. Or are we referring it? Clerk, for more information.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I might look to the Director of Planning on this, but I think we have a live application under the Planning Act that requires council to make a decision. So if you're referring it to staff, we would need specifically what you're looking for to consider as far as information goes to change your position, and a hard and fast timeline when this would come back before council, as the applicants have their own rights under the Planning Act to move it forward to the appeal stage if they're not satisfied with the timing of council's deliberations.
Before we go back to council, I just want to throw it back to Ms. Cull there to make sure that we've got that all correct. Is there anything else we need to do, or did the clerk pretty much get it?
Yeah, no, that's correct.
Making sure. Okay, so back to, you want to, okay, go ahead, Councillor Van Andriesch, and then we'll come back to you, Councillor Hoffman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a couple of quick questions. If it were go to the tribunal and our staff is in support of this particular, that would be a little bit difficult for us as well. But the applicant could actually just get a building permit if they were going to restore it down to 3 floors versus the 4th floor. Am I correct in saying that?
Through the chair, they'd need to get their site plan approved first, and then as long as they're within the zoning, then yes, they could just proceed to building permit.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Would you like the floor back? I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but you were making a motion, so I don't want to move on without you.
Yes, thank you. No, I guess the primary part is that there was a lot of public input from this, and I just feels not right that there isn't, as maybe Councillor Michelle had all the seats stolen or filled up today, that there wasn't room, but I don't think that was the case. And I know that the deputation was added at the last minute, so I'm struggling here as to what I need to do with where I would like the community that I represent to have an opportunity to add a little bit more information, get the information on the reduction of the height, the parking, get a little bit more information or input on that, the traffic study, those types of things. That's all I'm asking for.
Okay, thank you. Clerk, is that clearer or clear enough?
I'm going to defer to the director.
Director of Planning, Alicia, please.
Through the chair, could it just be very clear in terms of, is there another, how we communicate that to the public, like another public meeting, or just how, like exactly what you want us to do, I guess. I just want to be clear how we're communicating that to the public.
Well, so, no, fair enough. So I think what the issue is, Councillor Hoffman, if I'm understanding correctly, and tell me if I'm wrong, is that with an open application like this, council can't do, like, can't not do nothing or can't do anything that's not specific. So if there's an issue with the application or issue with the report, we have to have a specific issue with it in order to send it back. Is that correct? Okay. Councillor Van Passen.
I did move the motion to approve it, but just to offer an opinion, since we had the original public hearings meeting on this one, this application has been amended. So my understanding that maybe we'd like to have another public hearings on the amended application. Like you do run into the problem there that potentially they could appeal it to the OLT anyway because we haven't met the timelines, but it would be recirculated and the public would have full access to another open session at the public hearing. So is that the intent of this motion? It is, okay.
Okay, that is. So is that an appropriate action we can take under the Planning Act?
Through the chair, we can, but we are in the timeline where if they wanted to appeal for non-decision, they can now. But it's up to the applicant.
And so just for the public record and everything, and a reminder for everybody else here, can you tell us what that would be? An appeal for non-decision?
Sure, through the chair. So we have a certain amount of time under the Planning Act to have a decision made on planning applications. Once we don't always meet that, we work in good faith with our developers that, for example, on this one, we had extra time working with them to change the application. But they do, if we don't make a decision by a certain date, then it goes to the OLT if they choose, with no decision from council. So no, I guess if it's approved or refused, then you at least know the county's stance on it. That's the main difference. If it's appealed, the decision's appealed versus an appeal for non-decision.
Understood. Thank you. Councillor Hoffman.
Thank you, Chair. I think this is the way to go. I would suggest very kindly to the applicant that for good stewardship and community relations that there not be an appeal to the OLT in that timeline, and that I think what we'll get is we may get an overwhelming response and to the positive from the community, but I just feel like they've been left out of this new version of this application. So those are my thoughts.
So, back to Alicia, what is the timeline on a public hearing for this?
Through the chair, I believe for zoning bylaw amendments, 120 days. Oh, 90.
90 days, okay. For the appeal, correct?
Through the chair, it's 90 days from when the application is deemed to complete until we have to make a decision. So that's what I mean when I say we don't always meet that, because we
Understood.
are working with the.
So we're past the 90 days is what you're telling us. Okay, thank you very much for the clarification. Yeah, Al, go ahead.
Sorry, through you, Mr. Chair, I was wondering if our director could also tell us when would it be able to make it to the next public hearing committee? I think there's some timelines around that, and it likely wouldn't make it until the July public hearing, but just so that everyone is clear on timelines.
Yes, through the chair, it would be the July Public Hearings Committee.
Okay, so still looking for a motion. Councillor Huffman, go ahead.
Thank you. I kind of thought we were there, but I guess I'm not. We weren't. I make a recommendation that we bring this forward to the public hearing meeting on the first Tuesday in July. And at that point, the public will be made aware of the meeting and will be able to receive more public input on this decision.
Okay, and I'm so sorry to nitpick you. I don't mean to be that guy. You said recommendation. Is this the motion that you're putting on the floor?
Sorry.
I just want to make sure that we got it
Yes.
clear. Okay, no, sorry.
Yeah.
Just because that's my job now. Is there a seconder for that motion? Councillor Columbus. Okay, any debate or discussion on that? Okay, seeing none, I'm going to call the question then. All those in favor? And that is carried. We'll see you in July. All right, now we're on to 12.1.5, which is sponsorship and commemorative naming policy update. Brian Geertz, Director of Parks, Recreation, and Culture. Well, we'll just take a minute while everyone clears out here, Brian. Thanks. Just keep you on ice. Carry on, please, Brian. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you to members of the committee, this information memo provides an update to the commemorative and sponsorship naming policy following the Council and Committee direction on May 12th. The revised policy includes greater clarity, consistency, and transparency in how naming applications are submitted, reviewed, and approved. The key updates include clear definitions of major and minor assets, confirmation that all applications will proceed to Council, and reinforcement of Council's final approval authority. The policy also strengthens due diligence requirements and risk management considerations while allowing for participation by both members of the public and Council. Overall, the update ensures a fair, structured, and accountable process for community recognition.
Oh, you kind of just ended. Okay, very good. Okay, so any questions from Council? Oh, okay, well, that's great. Do I have a mover for the recommendation? Councillor Columbus, seconded by Councillor Michele. Any debate or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? So carried. Thanks, Brian. And we have 12.1.5.1, naming policy. Again? It's on here twice. Why is it on here twice? Say again? Sorry, just 1 second here. I got Brian twice.
Yeah, it should be. I must have stuttered, sorry. If I go to the next page.
Okay, so we're all good then? Sorry, I can't hear you. Can you say it in the microphone, please?
Unless you want the policy to be approved, you have to do that second motion because that was what was deferred to this meeting, so it was never approved. So without approving that second motion that we have listed on the screen, the policy itself is not approved.
Okay, so all we've done is received it for information, and then now I understand
Correct.
now. So now we're approving the policy. Holy smokes. Okay, Councillor Van Passen, go ahead.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. If I remember correctly, I think I asked to be deferred because there was one little blip in the policy that I disagreed with, that we were gonna delegate authority to staff to make decisions on this. And I think that's the amendment that came in the memo. They've amended the policy now that all of those decisions will be at the council level, not some at the thing. So this was deferred from the last meeting. There was no decision on it, right, from the CNC meeting, sorry.
Okay, so now that we've received this update, can I get a mover then to approve the motion that was deferred? So you're going ahead and do that. Okay, so seconded, Can I get a seconder first? Councillor Van Adrishi, go ahead. Councillor Duthie, take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you to Mr. Geertz. I think at the last time this was discussed, I had asked if there was a more fulsome explanation that could be included relating to what may disqualify someone or a name. I didn't see any update in the policy related to that, but perhaps I missed it. Is there anything further that you could expand on?
Through the chair, the safety net built into the naming and sponsorship policy is the public process and the opportunity for the public to comment. There is not a background check or a similar process like that built in.
Yeah, so I think my concern with that was who it's somewhat subjective then as to whether someone's name falls into disrepute. And I feel like that's not an enviable position for staff or council to be put in. And my thought was it would be better to be clear about what those parameters were.
Brian, do you want to add anything? No? Okay, thanks, Councillor Duthie. Councillor Huffman.
Thank you, Chair. Through you to staff. I also believe that there was a recommendation at our CIC meeting that if there was any naming things going on, that there was information circulated to the ward councillor. I didn't see that in the report unless I missed it.
Through the chair, that will be part of the internal process. So that is captured, but it's not in the.
Okay, thanks, Brian, for the clarification. Any other questions? Councillor Van Adrishi, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and through you. I'm just curious about the safety net in it. If something becomes named, and as was indicated, if something happens, or if you do a real Google search or whatever, you find out, ooh, this name really isn't a good name to be putting there, but it does, and it's already done, fait accompli. Where's our recourse? Like, what is there a section in here? Like, it's lengthy. Is there a section for taking it back?
Through the chair, the way the policy reads now is council has broad authority to unname or rename anything they wish.
Okay, then that makes me feel much better. Thank you.
Very good. Any other questions? Okay, we have a motion on the floor then to approve the policy. I'm going to call the question if there's no other. Okay, all those in favor? Any opposed? Okay, it's okay. We got you. All right, carried. 12.1.6, Linwood Arts Center lease default. Brian again.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you to the committee. This follow-up report represents a transition agreement to resolve the Linwood Arts Center lease default and establish a clear path for relocation to the county archives facility. So the agreement conditionally cures the default through to December 31st of this year, setting firm timelines, roles, and expectations for both parties. It confirms continued 2026 operating support and proposes the previously contemplated $602,000 capital investment funded from the facilities reserve to support the renovations and relocation. The agreement also outlines shared space use, moving coordination, and standard municipal safeguards, including ensuring accountability, risk management, and continuity of services to the community during this transition period.
Thanks very much. Questions for Brian? Councillor Brunton.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Brian, I'm not sure you're the person to ask this question, but I'll go ahead anyways. The red paragraph, I'm sorry if I could bring it up here. I'm on page 4 of the report. Get the darn thing back up here. Right at the bottom 2 paragraphs, it kind of talks about the $17,000 we've already spent on engineering for the foundation. Are we going to go ahead and finish the foundation work? Is that our plan? Can somebody answer that?
Is that Brian or Bill?
I don't know who answers that.
Mike? Okay. Oh, there he is. Michael.
Michael?
Please go ahead.
Thank you, and through you, Mr. Chair. We will be proceeding with the foundation repairs this year and in fall of this year. So we have completed the engineering and just about to release a tender for that construction.
Okay, and can you give me an idea, what was our estimate?
So believe the construction portion was 190,000 and engineering was 30,000, so a total of 220,000.
That includes the 17, right? Right. Yep. Okay, and then as far as the porch, we're not doing the porch? We haven't spent any money yet.
That's correct. There has been no work done on the porch yet.
Do we plan on it, or is that the end of it for now?
Through you, Mr. Chair. So I believe we have not, we do not intend to complete that project within 2026, and we have a follow-up staff report on the future of Linwood scheduled, I believe, for fall of this year. And we make that determination for 2027 at that time.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. Other questions for staff? Councillor Van Pass.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Chairman. Since Michael is available, I might as well slip this one in here. The report talks about a budget of $602,000 for this move. I do question that budget. Well, to start with, there's a $100,000 contingency in there, but there's a lot of costs into a building. If I did a quick look at the 10-year capital budget, we've got about, what the number was that I found, there's already $869,000 budgeted over the next 10 years for fixing and ongoing maintenance at the archives building. There's $150,000 in the budget for the storage at GAB. Now, how much of this $502,000 budget is double counting work that we're going to be doing anyway, or how much of it can be done in conjunction with work we're doing anyway? I believe like the actual budget for renovation specific to move the art center over there is a heck of a lot less than what's on this report. So maybe Michael can give me some sense of comfort that we're not throwing away a whole lot of money. We're just doing work that needs to be done sooner rather than later with the same funds that's already allocated. So,
Michael, anything to add there?
Yeah, thank you, and through you, Mr. Chair. I think there definitely are capital projects within our 10-year plan that are being fast-tracked with this renovation. Things such as the ceiling repair, the structural review, the painting, as well as the flooring replacements are projects that are existing within our capital plan that we're kind of fast-tracking to accommodate Linwood within their new space. So I think if you total up those additional projects, or sort of those projects, you're looking at approximately 100,000 that we're kind of fast tracking of the 602 total.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Brunton.
Well, it's a lot of money, and I'm not going to argue it, but would we be able to tour the facility with you, Michael? I would like to see firsthand what's going on in there and where things are going to be, Linwood's going to take place. Is that a possibility?
Yeah, through you, Mr. Chair, I definitely think we could arrange a tour.
Thank you very much.
All right, very good. Any other questions for staff? Okay, well, we have a recommendation in front of us. Do I have a mover for that or an alternative? Councilor Broughton, you moving it? Okay, seconder, Councilor Van Passen. Any more discussion or debate? Very good, seeing none. All those in favor? Any opposed? And it is carried. Thanks, Brian and Michael. Corporate services. We have an update on the photography and video recording at meetings of council. Tracy Rodriguez, Deputy Clerk.
Thank you, and through the chair to council. At the May 12th CIC meeting, the report was presented and subsequently referred back to staff for further review, specifically regarding the media-related provisions of the policy. Staff engaged with local media representatives to gather their feedback and input. The revised policy is now before council and reflects those discussions. It's been updated to permit members of the media to move within council chambers for the purpose of taking photographs, provided that such activity does not disrupt or interfere with the proceedings. Additionally, members of the media are required to register with the clerk's office in advance of the meeting by submitting an email notification. This will allow the chair to be appropriately informed and ensure that staff can make any necessary arrangements. Local media outlets have reviewed the updated policy and have expressed their agreement with the proposed changes. Thank you, and staff are available for any questions.
Councilor Hoffman.
Thank you, Chair. Through you, I would like to proceed with staff recommendation.
Seconder, Councilor Van Adrien. Any discussion or debate on this one? Seeing none, I'm going to call the question. All those in favor? And it is carried. Thanks very much. We have delegation of restricted acts. Probably not as much fun as it sounds. Mr. Clerk, would you please do the report?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So under the Municipal Act, there are some restrictions should council find itself in a position which is commonly known as lame duck. And this is delegating the authority to the Chief Administrative Officer to handle those things in the event council finds itself in that situation. So I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for the clerk? I have one then. Just can we, again, for the public who might be listening, can you just explain lame duck and what that is again?
Yes, through you, Mr. Chair. So lame duck is if mathematically 75% of your incumbent council can't be possibly re-elected. So that would mean that we would have to have more than 3 members not returning or applying to return. So that is after nomination day, and then there's a second period of restricted acts after election day.
And just for clarification, does a councillor or councillors running for mayor reduce that at all, or change that at all, I guess is the question?
Sorry, I don't quite understand your question, but if for example, 3 incumbent councillors were running for mayor and only 1 could return, we would drop below the threshold. So we would find ourselves in a restricted acts period.
That was what I was getting at. Thank you. Okay, we have a recommendation. Is there a mover? Councillor Huffman, seconded by Councillor Van Adrien. Any more debate or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Very good. Bylaws. So we have just the one that looks, oh no, we have several. 13.1 to 13.8.
We have one drainage, which is third reading only.
Yep. So do we have any council member wishing to speak to any of the bylaws before us for approval before consideration? Okay, we see none. We have a drainage bylaw that requires only a third and final reading. And that, I believe by announcing that we have done that third and final reading. Very good. So do I have a mover to approve 13.1? Councillor Van Adrien, seconded by Councillor Michelle. Any discussion or debate? Seeing none, all those in favor? Carried. And then may I have a mover to approve the following bylaws 2026-41 to 2026-47 consecutively be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed in open council. Councillor Van Passen.
Isn't number 47 the Lehman Street one that doesn't need approval?
Oh, you are correct, because we've already settled that one today. Very good. Thank you very much. Good catch. So then the motion would be 2026-41 to 2026-46. Can I have a motion for that one? Councillor Columbus, seconded by Councillor Huffman. All those in favor? That one's carried as well. Thank you very much. We have motions, none today. We have notices of motion, none today. Oh, sorry, Councillor Vanderjee, go ahead.
Just under other business, I thought you were going quite quickly there, so.
Yeah, that one was next.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I've been receiving many complaints about the bookings system that we have, and I'm wondering if Al have any update on the concerns that we have. What's going on is the fact that they're not able to make bookings a year in advance, that you're holding it off till September, which is inconvenient for those who want to plan for a wedding or anything else. I think either the system's broken or something else is going on. I took the opportunity to discuss it but with Brian, but I don't think I've come to a resolution with that.
Throw that over to Bill Cridland.
Through the chair, yes, I can attempt this. Yeah, facilities bookings, unfortunate, we've had some staff moved on. We do have a new staff that was hired and started Monday of this week. So we are rebuilding the team. And as a response to carrying on what we hope is decent customer service, Brian and Don have been working with that we have set some timelines in place, letting people know that until we can get our team back together, there will be some delays. But however, I'm hoping that with that in place, we still are able to get to all the callers and let them know about their bookings. So if there is some confusion out there, we are down on staff, we're rebuilding the team, but we don't want anything to fall through the cracks. So I appreciate you bringing that to our attention.
If I may, I want to make sure that those people that have had bookings that they've done each year, so they've been repetitive, like, you know, such as the Lions Clubs or the Knights of Columbus or whatever, or even for weddings, like, you have to be on the ball here if you want to be able to use these facilities or make money off of renting them. So I'm hoping that we can clarify this quite quickly, or somebody take out the old calendar and a pencil and write them in.
Through the chair, yes, I'll definitely
Okay.
pull a meeting with staff tomorrow. Then I thought we were on the right track moving forward, but I will definitely make sure, and I can email council on where we are with that.
Yeah,
It's
because
unfortunate.
my concern was to delay it till September for people to put in their dates for 27 is a little bit, it's not good work practice, if you ask me.
Yeah, understandable.
Thank you, Councillor. I got Councillor Huffman, then Michelle.
Thank you, Chair. Through you, I just want to say, and I'm trying not to be the grumpy one here today, but when you hear comments like that from our general manager that they've lost team members and are trying to rebuild a team, I do not understand, after numerous requests from council this term, that when there are issues such as that council is made aware of these things. And I'll just, on another little tangent, saw in the a posting on social media by a person, not our site or anything like that, that a major position in our organization has been vacated. Not a word from anybody. And I just don't know what we need to say and do to make sure that this doesn't keep happening.
Before I move on, is that a question for somebody, or are you just saying? Just saying. Okay, very good. Yeah, no, that's good. Councillor Michelle.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. My comment is just regarding Councillor Vanadrishi's items about the booking system. I too have had several communications about the glitches and some of the problems people are experiencing trying to book community halls. In my case, both St. William's and Port Rowan. and I am pleased to hear that staff is going to be meeting about this, and I do agree. I think this is a, fix this sooner than later problem, because the fall is much too late for 2027. Thank you.
Okay. And thanks, Bill, for the commitment to take care of it. That's good news. Any other business? Okay, on to the clerk.
Thank you. So there is an item that we listed on the agenda for discussion today, and it was to get council's thoughts on allowing the deputy mayor to attend as an extra delegate for our AMO conference team. We have a number of deputations, and the mayor has suggested for continuity, it might be advantageous for us to include that extra person. So I'm going to turn that over now to the Chief Administrative Officer to expand on that with the request.
Thank you very much, and through you, Mr. Chair. So the mayor did send an email asking for council's consideration on this topic. We currently have about 15 plus applications in, requests for deputations. We're also working with Haldeman County on some joint deputations, as well as expecting quite a few deputations from our Western Ontario Wardens Caucus and participating in those deputations. And for all of you who have been with us at former AMO and Roma conferences, you know how challenging that can be with all the concurrent sessions happening as well. And so the mayor thought it would be advantageous for Norfolk County to send Councillor Very to AMO in August as part of our deputations and delegations, so that we can have some continuity continuing on with the messaging, but also have the strength in numbers to divide and conquer, as what often happens is you get concurrent or conflicting meeting times with various ministers. And so if we have some additional representation there, she thought it would be advantageous. From a budgeting perspective, we do not have budget specifically for this, but in conversations with our treasurer, we feel confident that we can absorb this additional cost by sending one additional delegate to the AMO conference and continuing on with the momentum and leveraging the strengths that we've had to date. So with that, I'm asking council for some direction on whether or not we want to send an additional delegate with us, and specifically Councillor Very.
Before I go into anything, I want to make sure, I don't have a conflict here, do I? Do I have to pass the chair? Or this isn't a pecuniary interest for me, but is it weird that I chair this decision? No conflict. Okay, just want to make sure. So with that, I guess I'll open up to questions. Yeah, Councillor Van Driesche and then Councillor Columbus.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and through you. This is a little uncomfortable, actually, to look to see if we're going to add another person, especially in the time of restraint. Do you feel, my question is to Al, do you feel that your agenda that you have set up is so overwhelming that you do need that extra person? Or, because, I've been to Roma, I've been to other conferences, and, you just keep moving. Just for the extra cost of it, what are your thoughts? You think that there are...
Through Mr. Chair, I would say that for those of you who have attended some of these previously, I don't know what we don't know yet in terms of how those schedulings are going to happen, but there have been occasions where we have overlapping meetings with ministers, or you don't have sufficient time to get from one area to another area to meet with the ministers. We also do miss out on some of the plenary sessions that are happening and some of that information. So I'm an advocate that if we have some additional representation from Norfolk, it will only benefit Norfolk. So I don't have any concerns with what the mayor is asking, and it might be something that this council consider, or the next council consider, in terms of the number of deputations that we actually send as Norfolk County, to look to leverage that opportunity to get with various ministers and have those opportunities to learn from some of our peers and learn from some of the things that the province is advising.
Councillor Hoffman.
Oh,
Councillor Columbus was next. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got him on my
Thank you,
list.
Mr. Chair, and I have no issue with this whatsoever. I think Councillor Very's kind of done a full-time job as mayor in the last few weeks, and so will Councillor Huffman when she gets the position. So other municipalities send their whole council to AMO and Roma sometimes.
Councillor Huffman.
Thank you, Chair. Through you to Al. Do we, as far as I know, we don't have a confirmation yet on the number of delegations that we have been approved for. Is that correct?
Through you, Mr. Chair, that is correct. I think at last count we had put in, I want to say it was either 15 or 17 different requests to meet with different ministers. And as is typical, we don't know oftentimes what we're going to be approved for until a couple of weeks before the conference.
Okay. And I second your comments that this is a little uncomfortable. I kind of really don't like being in this position. But I do want to, I would be remiss if I didn't say that there's also an aspect of fairness, and I do have to say on behalf of my colleague who has been here for 8 years and has not attended AMO, that doesn't really seem fair.
I'm not sure if that's a question to me or not. I don't know what happened before my arrival here. I can say that with this new term of council, what we decided was to add an additional delegate, and we rotate as we do, with the deputy mayor joining the mayor, and I think that has helped us immensely manage that workload. But I'm hoping that council, either going forward or the new term of council, have the opportunity to review the numbers that we send to these conferences, because it is a lost opportunity, and sometimes where we can't be everywhere where we want to be, just sheerly because we don't have the numbers there.
Councillor Van Passen and then Councillor Michelli.
Yes, thanks, Mr. Chairman. I have no great issue with these myself. I can say been there, done that. It is a lot of work, a lot of running. You just can't do it. We're not just there on behalf of Norfolk County. We also have meetings as part of the Western Wardens Caucus. We have meetings as part of the SCORE EDC. We have joint meetings, like, we're still working on a water problem that we're going to have joint meetings with Haldeman and with the ministers. And you just can't get there. If it was all in one building, might be different, but the way AMO, like last time I was there, they had 4 different places, and you just physically can't get from one place to the other to meet the minister you're supposed to meet. So to split it up a little bit better, and I don't think I've actually only ever attended one of the plenary sessions where you actually learn stuff, but you never have time to go there because you're busy running from meeting to meeting to meeting. So I don't know if the treasurer has any idea, but I think it's around $2,500 it would cost us to send one extra person. And I'm sure that there is going to, no matter who goes, there will be a return on that investment one way or the other. So.
Councillor Michelli.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I guess just, another uncomfortable comment, I suppose, and I appreciate Councillor Huffman raising the issue that she did, but I can honestly say that I cannot repeat what Councillor, or say that I have experience with Councillor Van Passen just mentioned about the been there, done that. I am in my 8th year on Norfolk County Council. I have never been to the AMO conference. So just, and I mean, I just want to raise that as a question of perhaps, we have been talking about some equity. I'm not sure I see it here. I certainly have no problem with Councillor Very attending, but I did want to make that, because I'm not sure everyone is aware of that. Thank you.
Councillor Broughton.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. After all the conversation, can you tell me who's going? Who you think should go? I heard Councillor Berry, Councillor Huffman, and yourself. Is that the 3 we're talking about?
So
Councillor
through you,
Duffy,
Mr.
too.
Chair, yeah, council made a decision earlier, so we are sending the mayor, we are sending the deputy mayor, which at that time will be Councillor Huffman, and council made a decision a little while ago to also send Councillor Duffy. As part of the rotation, he was unable to attend when he was up in the rotation, and that was the decision that council had made previously.
Okay,
And
when
myself.
When you say the mayor, you're referring to Councillor Very?
No.
No, I'm referring
Mayor
to
Martin's gonna
Mayor
go?
Martin. She'll be back for maternity leave.
She's going to go?
That's correct.
From leave of
As will,
absence.
Mayor Martin will be going, Deputy Mayor at the time will be Councillor Huffman and Councillor Duthie and myself right now.
Why not? Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you, I agree. This is all very awkward, and as someone who is also going, I think this is also awkward. But and so because it is so awkward, I feel like I just don't want to touch it, and would leave things as is. I don't love the optics. I think let the next council decide what the delegations look like. That's my sense. Leave it alone for right now because it's awkward. It's an election year as well, so things are always difficult at this moment in time. So
There you have it. So I guess is there a motion? No, there isn't one.
Through you, Mr. Chair, there's no motion, but we are seeking council direction to either pass a motion allowing staff to make provisions to send Councillor Very to the AMO conference in August, or a motion that no changes be made to the contemplated delegation going to AMO in August.
Very good. Is there a motion either way? Councillor Columbus. Which one? There's two. I'll give two options. One was to send an extra, which I guess was me, how to say send me, or one to not.
Send the current deputy mayor
Okay.
to the AMO conference.
Oh, okay. Is there a seconder? Okay. Then I guess that doesn't pass. So I guess the motion is what? Nothing?
Councillor Van.
Oh, Councillor Van Passen, go ahead.
I'll put forward the motion that staff make arrangements to add another space to the deputations in August. And later on, you guys can all get together and arm wrestle about who goes, but at least you need to get booking. The hotels and things need to be done, so book them, get the paperwork done, and we can figure out who goes later, right?
Okay. So awkwardness aside, if we're going to do that, and we don't want, and so there's no support to send me, which is totally fine. I realize it is weird, but who cares? I'm not bothered by it, so let's just get it done. If we want to make the decision today to send somebody who isn't me, let's just get it done, rather than make a thing later and arm wrestle, as Councillor Van Passen says. Like, if everybody's nodding that we should send somebody, but it isn't me, let's just figure it out. Councillor Van Passen.
Yes, I'd like to recommend that Councillor Michele attend. It is fair that all the rest of us have attended, and I think it's fair that he should as well take that opportunity. It is a great learning experience as well, you know, and I feel it's good to get out there and put yourself out there. And you're not always in your comfort zone, but and wear good shoes, because definitely it doesn't help to wear high heels. And I'm not saying that you wear high heels, Tom.
Okay, so there's a motion to send Councillor Michele. Is there a seconder for that one? That didn't get a seconder, so that didn't get a seconder. Okay, sorry, so let's back up. No, I didn't see a sorry. You have a motion to just create a space? Yes. Okay, so we're going to create a second space. So is there a seconder for that one then? Okay, Councillor Van Passen, so we're going to, okay, all those in favor of creating another spot? Okay, so that's carried. Okay, another spot is carried. Are we going to now do a motion to send Councillor Michele? It was, yeah, put your hands up. All of those in favor? Of creating another spot. Okay, so that's... No, it wasn't that. Okay, let's back up. Back up the bus. We're all just talking around the table, yet nothing's on the microphone. So, Councillor Van Passen made a motion that we're going to create another space for another delegate. I need a seconder for that motion, which is Councillor Van Passen. So I'm calling the question on, do we create a spot for another delegate? All those in favor? Okay, that's only 4, so that doesn't carry. Well, I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't carry. Councillor Huffman.
What Councillor Columbus said, I make a motion to send the current deputy mayor. So you're not even wanting to start the procedure with sending an extra person?
The current deputy mayor I meant was Councillor Very.
So you don't even want to vote on just an extra space?
Whoa. Just...
Okay.
Okay, we don't want to... Okay, just one sec. We're getting out of hand here. Just one second. Clerk, what do we do here? Like, we're not going to go back and forth at the table over... Okay, so the motion is defeated. So if there's another motion, put it on the table. But we're not going to go back and forth at each other, correct?
Correct. So
Okay.
that motion was lost. So to create the extra
Create the extra
space.
spot.
It didn't carry as per the call of the chair. So if council has another resolution that they want to put on the floor, they're entitled to do that as long as it is in order, which you'll make that determination.
Okay, sorry. You want to recount? Okay, and do it again. All those in favor of adding another spot? Another delegation spot. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Councillor Michelli.
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, are you counting yourself in that vote? Did you vote?
I did not vote. I did not vote in favor, no.
I'm trying to have, I'm having a hard time counting to 4. You're calling it 4? I didn't see 4.
So, Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair, to make it clear, you called the vote all in favor. There were 4 hands went up. You didn't call for opposed.
Sorry, all opposed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
So the motion is defeated.
There we go. Go ahead, Councillor Broughton.
Okay, my motion is to send Councillor Huffman, the county manager, and in the event the mayor doesn't go, Councillor Berry.
And Councillor Duthie is going.
Oh, Councillor Duthie was included. Okay, Councillor Duthie, right. So I guess I question
Maybe I could provide.
the mayor. If she's not going, then Councillor Berry should go. That's my point. I haven't heard from her, so I don't know.
So through you, Mr. Chair, I have confirmed with the mayor she will be back at work, and she has full intentions of joining the delegation at AMO in support of Norfolk County and continuing her term of council. If the motion that you're proposing is that in the event that Mayor Martin chooses not to go, that Councillor Very be the backup, then that's something that council can certainly vote on.
Right. Okay, so Councillor Broughton has another motion. Is there a seconder? Councillor Duthie? Okay. Any debate or discussion on that one? Okay, I'm going to call the question. All those in favor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that correct? I just want to make sure. Everybody up, hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6. So that carries. So we're sticking with the original plan. If the mayor does not go, then I'll go as an alternate. That's correct. Okay, carried. Okay, so general announcements. Are there any? Yes, Councillor Huffman.
Can I just have the floor for 1 sec?
Sure, go ahead.
I just want to say that this was an extremely uncomfortable exercise for everyone around the table. I also want to reiterate, it is an election year, and it is silly season, and it's crazy. So to put people, you know, everyone is trying to put their best foot forward, and it just was uncomfortable for everybody, and I didn't like it. So those are my 2 cents.
Clerk, go ahead. And then Councillor Broughton.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you, it shouldn't have been uncomfortable. This was just merely a question of which representatives this council wanted to send to the Association of Municipalities of Ontario to represent Norfolk County in probably 15 to 20 deputation meetings with the province and the ministers. It shouldn't have been uncomfortable. It was a matter of normal Norfolk business, and it came at the request of the mayor. So I'm sorry if councillors felt uncomfortable, but this is a budgeted item. We were looking for an exception to the budget based on a request from the head of council.
Councillor Broughton, go ahead.
Well, I think, sorry, Mr. Chairman, I think Councillor Columbus hit it on the head. I've only been to, what's the one in February, Roma. Everybody sends their councillors or their ward people or whatever they're called, and I don't see a problem with that. And in the new year, I would hope the county manager, with who's ever sitting around this table, considers that as a possibility. Thank you.
Very good. I'm moving on to announcements. Are there any announcements? Councillor Michelli.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I'm not sure if this is an announcement or a point of personal privilege, but I do want to convey my thanks to our clerks department and to Mr. Tiggart in particular for navigating our way through the reconsideration motion at the beginning of this council meeting. I know that the members of the public have a much better understanding of what we have done with regard to that matter today, and I really appreciate the help and assistance that I received. Thank you.
Other announcements? Councillor Huffman.
Thank you. I just wanted to say that on Saturday, May 31st or 30th is Haldeman Norfolk Pride, which is this Saturday. It is at the Jarvis Community Center and Park. If you have an opportunity to attend, it is a great event. It's family friendly. There's lots of activities. There's lots of swag, all kinds of cool stuff like that. And the other thing that I wanted to mention on behalf of the residents of Waterford who work all through the year for this event, Saturday, June 6th is the town-wide yard sale. So please come out and support Waterford and all its little vendors that will be at the end of the driveway selling Barbies and Spider-Mans. So, all right, thanks.
Perfect. Other announcements? Okay, seeing none then. I need to have a confirming bylaw here. Can I have a motion to approve bylaw 2026-48 being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council? Councillor Duthie, seconded by Councillor Huffman. All those in favor? Very good. Can I have a motion to adjourn at 4:06? Councillor Brunton, sorry. I got Councillor Brunton, sorry. Oh, you didn't put his hand up. Councillor Huffman, Councillor Michelli, all those in favor? All right, we're done.